Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 431. Number 431 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And if you please forgive me, folks, my damn voice is going out, all right? My voice is going out because of yesterday's broadcast, a tainted Taco Tuesday, and, I hope that you idiots are happy about it, I mean, we may have to cut the damn show short because I may not be able to continue on here. I'm wounded here. Anyway, folks, once again, before we get started, please spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, folks, there's a lot of things that we need to talk about here. But the thing I want to put the point of emphasis on today's show is the utter troll of probably 2017. And I'm talking about the fake news troll that was contrived on 4chan's poll. And for you folks that are unaware, they were up for a Ghosties Award for Best Chat Room in 2016. And if you are, I don't know, if you were just circle jerking watching the Obama farewell address, I don't know what the hell you were doing. But Poll contrived a troll in which they concocted a trumped up, for a lack of a better term, documents claiming that it was somehow Russian intelligence documents or whatever the hell they thought it was. Inevitably, it was documents made to look like intelligence documents. And what the trolls did, well, let's talk about that later. Listen, I don't want to get into that. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to open up the phone lines after I go over the stocks today because this is a very, very interesting topic because we flipped it on them, didn't we, boys? We flipped the fake news narrative right on their heads, boy. And I'm loving every minute of it. I'm telling you this right now. I'm loving every minute of it. Now, let me go ahead and calm my ass down here. Before I get into the markets, I do want to remind everybody that today, in 2008, yours truly started broadcasting TCR, back then known as True Conservative Radio. Today, TCR is 9 years old, folks. 9 years old. I mean, good God. Time flies, for Christ's sake. 9 years old today. So before I get started on the broadcast and start discussing the markets and everything else, I definitely want to sing the show and everybody who's been listening for the past 9 years a little bit of a happy birthday. So let's go ahead and let's gather around, let's digitally hold hands, and let's sing together in unison, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear TCR and their fans. Happy birthday to you. That's what I'm talking about, folks. I'm feeling the spirit of TCR today. 9 years old. What a birthday. It's a good day to celebrate, just spontaneously for no goddamn reason. May break out some beers. Who knows what's going to happen today. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the markets. I'm sure the people that look forward to the first hour are like, what the hell is going on? Has Ghost gone loco? I'm feeling good today, especially after Donald Trump's press conference. I mean, did you all see the market after Donald Trump's press conference, for Christ's sake? I mean, come on, Maine. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Maine. Not to mention we had Rex Tillerson's Senate confirmation hearing, and, you got the Democrats and the leftists trying to play politics. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the markets here, and the reason I want to get to the markets is because the optimism in which Donald Trump spoke about the economic situation and the transition that will take place once he is sworn into office, I believe has sparked optimism, at least for today, at the end of the trading session for the investors that are taking part in the investment community. And you can see it reflected in this really helter-skelter day on the markets, folks, really helter-skelter day. So let's go ahead and get to it right now. We saw all indexes go into the negative, go into the positive, go into the negative, go into the positive again. So you can tell there's what I've always been discussing here on the first hour of this broadcast, a certain level of uncertainty in the investment community. I mean, you can tell they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know where the hell to put their money. They're scared crapless. And even though we saw these indexes close on the upside today, it's not going to ring the fundamental finance and commodities when we read those off here in a little bit here. Now, let's go ahead and get to the Dow Jones Industrial. Dow Jones Industrial closed out up 98.75 points, a percentage increase of 0.50%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 19,954.28 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Now, folks, if you take a look at that chart, I mean, that's a confusing day's chart. That's major volatility, even at the Dow's end. And, it just underscores the certain level of uncertainty in this investment community. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, let's continue on. We got the S&P 500 also closing up on the upside, 6.42 points, a percentage increase of 0.28%. Closing out the S&P at 2,275.32 points for the S&P 500. And as I stated, folks, look at that chart. Look at that chart right there. It's the same weird helter-skelter scenario, untraditional, unconventional chart that kind of reflects the chart that was just discussed here in the Dow Jones Industrial Composite. Very, very weird stuff happening in the market, folks. I don't like it, and I think it's impending doom. I think I tweeted, or actually retweeted, an article by Zero Hedge discussing the VIX is kind of showing a little bit of uncertainty, to say the least. And if you haven't seen that article, go ahead and go to my Twitter account, Politics Ghost, to check it out for yourself. Let's go ahead and continue here. We've got the NASDAQ. NASDAQ also up today, very modestly compared to the other indexes. It is up 11.83 points, a percentage increase of 0.21%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,563.65 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, folks, I'm waiting, all right? I'm waiting for some level of contraction to happen in this market. Now, it could be triggered as we gradually see the fourth quarter earnings come in on a variety of different companies. It could happen because something could happen in the international community from now until maybe February, March. It could happen because of the interest rate increases, and there's 4 of them scheduled by the Federal Reserve for fiscal year 2017. There are so many factors that show that there is going to be a contraction. I'm telling you, you people that are out there basking in your 401ks right now, basking in your portfolios and your retirements, I mean, even if I'm wrong, okay, take a chance and cash out at least a quarter of what you've got at these rates right now. These rates are unsustainable. There's no profitability that's going to sustain this pushing 20,000 Dow Jones, pushing 6,000 NASDAQ, pushing 3,000 S&P. They're not going to sustain this. This is unsustainable. I mean, this is completely unsustainable, man. So listen, even if you don't believe me, I mean, why don't you cash out at least a quarter of whatever your portfolio is? And let's say hopefully I guess for your sake, it doesn't go down. Well, at least you've got some cash to maybe, go eat Sizzler with and then, whatever, Or it goes down and what you cashed out now offsets the losses that are going to be incurred because you didn't listen to True Capitalist Radio. So that's why I'm saying, I mean, listen to me. These NASDAQs and Dows, S&P composite indexes, these are not going to sustain these levels. I mean, it's going against fundamental finance, and I wish people would understand this and not just say, "No, Ghost, I think it's a bull market, and we're going to continue. We're going to see Dow Jones Industrial 25,000." You people are nuts. You people remind me of the people that thought that they could do no wrong in the 90s, man. Let me tell you something about the 90s. In the 90s, because of the tech boom and all these other technologies and computer companies and hardware companies, all kinds of people were going public. Cellular technology took off in the 90s. A lot of things to invest in back then. And back then, it was so easy to pick stocks because everything was going up. I mean, you could legitimately purchase a stock, and it would go up. Whether it would go up a tremendous amount, a little amount, it would go up. Everybody thought they were a stock picker back then. I mean, I remember watching on CNBC, they would get like 16, 17-year-old little pricks that are supposed to be like internet stock pickers. I mean, give me a break, all right? Anyway, the 90s was so easy to make money in the stock market. You could literally go into an IPO, which is an initial public offering. And for you folks that are unaware what an initial public offering is, it is the first day a company becomes a traded company and sells shares on any one of the exchanges, whether it's the NYSE, the NASDAQ, very rarely the Dow, but that sort of thing. And that's actually, it used to be good plays to play IPOs because back in the 90s, you could legitimately buy an IPO for like $15 a share to $20 a share. You could hold it for a month, maybe a month and a half. That $15 to $20 a share goes up to $80 to $85 a share. I kid you not. That's the kind of over-speculation. And I'm telling you this right now, this is what happened in the 90s. And everybody thought they were a goddamn stock picker, man. Everybody thought that they were the Wolf of Wall Street or some crap. I mean, give me a break. And then when the damn crash of 1999 happened, because that's when it happened, the crash of 1999, it put the NASDAQ back down to size because, believe it or not, we were at the time, the investment community, especially within the NASDAQ tech stock index, a lot of investors were championing the idea of a potential 5,000 NASDAQ in 98, 99. And it was at that point where, a lot of these companies that were being publicly traded at the time didn't even show any profit. And a lot of the bears at the time highlighted this. And they were like, listen, it's great. Everybody's making money right now. It's great. Profits are through the roof. None of these companies have profit. As a matter of fact, at least the majority of tech companies at the time weren't even profitable. They weren't even profitable. They were selling the stockholders on the idea of forecasted revenues in the future. And this model was actually created by Jeff Bezos and Amazon, but actually Jeff Bezos and Amazon fulfilled the forecast that he speculated that he was going to, and that's what makes Amazon, the big conglomeration that it is today. Because when Amazon first initially put their stock for sale on the stock market, they were selling the fact that in the future, if you invest now, in the future, even though at the time in the 90s, Amazon was in so much debt and it didn't look like they were going to get out of debt, they needed a lot of rounds of venture capitalist funding, and by the time it got to the sale of the stock on the exchange, a lot of investors were a little speculative. But Amazon insisted on a future forecast of massive profitability, always believed in it, and a lot of investors kind of stuck with it. And I remember at the time, folks, you could get, Amazon.com stock for like $20, $25, $35. And just imagine if you would have held on to that, and all the times it probably is split, and all that stuff. So anyway, this is what most of the tech companies at the time in the 90s, this is what they were falling in back of. This is what a lot of tech companies were trying to sell venture capitalist firms on, future forecast, future revenues, and it was a big, huge bubble. And it finally burst, and that's what happened in 1999. This is exactly what's happening here, but it's not just happening in the tech sector. It's happening in all companies. There is nothing justifying, once again, none of this increase in any of these indexes. And when I say that there's no profit justifying these inflated indexes, there's not even like romantic forecasts of future profits justifying these inflated indexes. So what is going on here? I have no idea. That's why I'm cautioning everybody. Be careful, because this damn thing could pop at any time, and it's eerily similar to a lot of different crashes I've seen in my day, and that's why I bring up the 1999 crash, because the reason it crashed was because a lot of these companies didn't have any money. It was over speculation. A lot of these companies were speculating that they were going to make profits, and they never made crap. Instead, the typical quintessential Silicon Valley story, they got themselves a headquarters, they put their employees pool tables and ping pongs and allow them to use motor scooters to get around, just so that they can look like the cool, innovative, progressive corporation that all these damn tech companies like to show off that they are. And instead of worrying about the bottom line, which is making profit for your shareholders.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, with that being said, folks, that's why I bring this up, because this is eerily similar to what I saw in 99 and the patterns in which we are seeing the kind of uncertainty in the markets is eerily similar to 2008, 2009. So, in my view, at any point in time, and as you can see, there's a correlation there. Did you see that? Did you hear I said the crash of 1999, the crash of 2008, 2009? See, it's coming around. It's coming around. All right, I mean that's another factor to take into consideration. Just saying. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and see if we saw an increase in equities. We should see a decrease in commodities to some capacity. Let's see if that's reflected. Now, it's not reflected in energy because for whatever reason we're seeing energy prices bounce today because they've been taking it on the teeth for the past 3 or 4 sessions. It was only a matter of time, in my opinion, before these bottom feeders started, gobbling up and started, puffing up the energy sector. I guess today was the day, folks. Energy up today, all right, across the board. WTI sweet crude up $1.55, a percentage increase of 3.05% increase on the day, closing out WTI sweet crude at $52.37 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude oil also up today, $1.60, a percentage increase of 2.98% increase on the day, closing out Brent crude at $55.24 per barrel of Brent crude oil. So 3% increases in both oils, both crude oil markets, looking pretty good, at least for the day. If you happen to have been holding an energy ETF and bought it yesterday, you made at least 3-4% on your money, depending on the ETF you're holding. Let's continue going. We got gasoline up today, 3.30%. So I wonder if this is a trend going upward for gasoline and oil. So be aware of that. If whenever I say gasoline up, crude up, you may want to pump up your gas full today or as soon as possible, because tomorrow the gasoline gas stations will mark up the prices. The gas stations, they don't wait. When they hear that gasoline is up, when they hear that crude's up, these small gas stations, they're there in the morning, with that big long, arm suction cup, taking down the old price of gasoline and putting up a brand new one. These people go with the price of the market. So if you see it go up today, if you hear, like right now, gasoline up 3.30%, it may behoove you to go and fill up your gasoline as soon as possible. Now let's go to natural gas. We saw some increases in natural gas yesterday. It is up modestly today. It is up 0.49%. And heating oil finally starting to take off. We're starting to see some major frigid temperatures in certain aspects of the country, specifically areas of the country that use heating oil as a means of heating their homes. I'm glad we're starting to see it reflected in the market here. It is up 2.85% increase on the day for heating oil. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, let me tell you something. Metals, very interesting situation going on in metals here today, folks. A lot of volatility happened in the gold market today. It ended up closing up $6, a percentage increase of 0.51%, closing out gold at $1,191.50 per troy ounce of gold. So we're flirting back with $1,200 gold here. That's why I always say gold and silver is always a safe bet. It's a fluctuating market, but when all push comes to shove and investors don't know what the hell to do with their money, they're going to go into gold, they're going to go into silver. It's the classic hedge against uncertainty. Always remember that. Should always at least have a minimum of 15%. Even if you don't like investing heavily into the metals, at least about 10 to 15% of your portfolio invested in some capacity in metals, because you need to basically, kind of separate your portfolio in these type of like pie chart percentages. 15% of metals, and let's say your equities go down, metals will offset possibly some of the equity losses that you're incurring on your portfolio. If you have other commodities, or if you're invested in the dollar, or if you're invested in a business, or you're invested in a property, remember, this is what comprises your portfolio. And as a capitalist, You want to accumulate as many assets as possible to basically construct your portfolio. I mean, you could have anything in there. You could have stocks, you could have bonds, you could have commodities, you could have businesses, you could have property, commercial real estate. You can have, classic works, artworks. You could have, and this is in your portfolio. I mean, anything that is worth value, that is a part of your portfolio. You could have classic cars. You can have classic memorabilia pieces. I mean, this is what comprises of your portfolio. You could have a piece of a prize fighter. Like let's say, you have a piece of a boxer. Let's say you have a piece of some rock band, some rapper. You have a piece of a movie. I mean, these are legitimate investments, folks. This is what comprises your net worth. And you want to be able to have so many different things in your portfolio as you grow in life so that when some things are not looking too well, other things will offset those losses. And when it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, you don't want it to be too bad. You want it to be able to have at least enough diversification in your damn portfolio to be able to offset any losses on any of these, potential vulnerabilities in your portfolio. Anyway, folks, let's continue going. Silver is down today, ironically, which, doesn't even make any sense, does it? You got gold up, silver down. All right, you got energy up, equities up. Doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't make any sense. It's uncertainty in the market, folks. Anyway, silver is down today 9 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.52%. Closing out silver at $16.76 per troy ounce of silver. We're seeing copper slide modestly today. It is down 0.50% on the day. And platinum, I don't know, does anybody still invest in platinum now? Anyway, it is unchanged today. All right, didn't do nothing. All right, I mean, I remember when platinum was real big in like the early 2000s. Remember when like the cash money millionaires were always bragging about having like, platinum grills and, all this other nonsense? Anyway, folks, given that, all right, and the reason I say that the commodities increasing and the equities increasing is bizarre, and when I mean commodities, I'm talking about energy and metals. The reason it's bizarre is because the dollar rose today. The dollar dropped today, My apologies. And if the dollar drops today, we should see a drop in commodities, which we didn't really see here. I see it reflected in the equities, but take a look at these commodities here, okay? Nothing but bloody murder in agriculture. Grains are down 0.28%. Corn in grains down 0.28%. Sorry if I'm a little discombobulated, folks. I'm looking at Templeton over here. I'm tentative on whether or not he's going to do something. He's going to bark, "Get away, Templeton. Go lay down over there." Look at that. You got a badass bed over there just for you. Go there, Templeton. Go lay down. Sorry, folks, if I'm not making any goddamn sense. I got Templeton. Go lay down over there, please. Go lay down. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, can't even do a show out here. I got a dog I got to look after here, for Christ's sake. It's okay, Templeton. Yeah, he's looking at me with a sad dog face like I'm a bad guy. What am I, a bad guy, Templeton? I'm a bad guy. Anyway, folks, where the hell am I, engineer, damn it? All right, well, I was talking about grains, and I was trying to do like 8 things at once. Look at Templeton, take a look at charts, taking a look at the agenda today, taking a look at the time, and, I just got discombobulated. My apologies, folks. Let's get to grains here. All right, now, once again, down today, corn, 0.28%. We've got wheat down today, 1.87%. Oats, ironically, is up today, 2.32%. Rough rice is down today, 0.67%. Soybean is down today, 0.22%. Soybean oil is up, ironically, 1.01% increase for soybean oil. Canola is down 0.38%. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? Man, take a look at cocoa, the base for chocolate. It is down today, 3.62% decrease on the day. Good God. Good God. Anyway, we've got coffee up today. Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. You know, just don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. You know what I mean? Yes, just don't talk to me. Shut up, you fruity-ass bastard. Coffee bean up the ass loving. Shut up! Anyway, coffee is up today, 0.88%. So once again, we're seeing increases in coffee here. So you Starbucks lovers, you're going to keep increasing in your goddamn pocketbook when it comes to buying damn coffee. I don't like coffee, so I don't really care, you know? I don't really like coffee. Maybe I should like coffee. I've tried to like coffee. I've tried to drink it, and I'm like, ugh. So I'm not really sure. Anyway, let's get to sugar. Sugar is up today, 0.39%. OJ is increasing also today. We saw, I think, 2% increase yesterday? OJ is up today, 0.66%. Cotton is down today, 0.07%. Lumber is up today, 1.92%. Rubber is up again, 0.58%. And ethanol is down, 0.73%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock. Now, not too much to say in livestock. Live cattle down 0.33%. Modestly, of course, modestly. We've got cattle feeder futures down 0.29%. And lean hog is still, giving us some plus side here. Still giving us some plus side. 0.85% increase on the day for livestock, or for lean hogs in livestock. Now, folks, before I get over with the markets, did you all see the Bitcoin price today? Oh, my God. Man, good God, anybody who bought in at Bitcoin at $900, $1,000 bucks, you're literally probably, punching yourself in the face. And I suspected that we were going to see a little bit of this kind of fluctuation. And I still think that we are still going to see a little bit of contraction in the Bitcoin market. And the reason I'm suggesting this, and I alluded to this the last time, China is involved in this Bitcoin market. I have seen videos and pictures of China having massive Bitcoin farms, massive Bitcoin farms. And just imagine how many Bitcoins they're mining and then unloading into the Bitcoin market. They are now learning how to manipulate the cryptocurrency that is Bitcoin. And if you haven't seen these massive, just unbelievably massive Bitcoin mining farms, I think you need to do a Google search or a YouTube or some kind of a search for them. I'm telling you this right now, China is manipulating the Bitcoin market. I'd be very, very careful. But at the same time, when somebody's manipulating a market, they're manipulating it for a reason. They're manipulating it because they're trying to gain profits from it, while at the same time trying to kind of create these artificial dips and waves. So right now I think China is dumping a lot of this cryptocurrency out in the exchanges out here, in the blockchain and all these other Coinbase, all these other Bitcoin exchanges, and it is bringing down the cost of Bitcoin because there's not that many people buying it at the rate at which China is putting Bitcoin for sale. So when you have more things for sale, not enough people buying it, that's going to bring down the cost of Bitcoin, and that's what we're seeing reflected in today's Bitcoin market. If you have not seen it, folks, Bitcoin's price today is $797.53. $797.53. We just saw it at 900 and change yesterday. It was at $900 and change yesterday. Today, $797.53. Bitcoin last week was at the levels of gold prices. Did y'all remember that last week? I mean, I'm not joking around. I mean, it was at gold prices, for heaven's sake. So anyway, in my personal opinion, I think that we're going to continue to see a dip here until China decides that it's going to kind of hold off and watch the market increase so it can sell more into this goddamn market. Now, you need to research these these Bitcoin mines, these farms that the Chinese have. These are massive. And I can only imagine how many Bitcoins they're mining at a time. And then when they have them and then unload them in the exchanges, that's what brings the price down. I mean, China, manipulators of currency. So anyway, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Now, let's go ahead and start the show at this point in time, all right? And then we'll get to some Twitter shout-outs. Folks, we've got 8 days left. God damn it. I mean, hurry up. 8 days left of Obama. I'm tired of this guy already. Are you tired of him? Are you? I'm tired of this guy, man. We might as well go ahead and talk about Obama since we're talking about his 8 days left in office. Did you see that farewell speech yesterday? I mean, good God. This egotistical psychopath maniac Obama mentioned himself 75 times. And, I mean, how long was that speech? That was like an hour and 15 minutes, for heaven's sake. Hour and 15 minutes of, ingratiating his own self, trying to validate his own self. 75 times he referred to himself. I mean, I am going to be so glad when this man, and no pun intended, is a black mark in American history. What a piece of trash. And listen, when this guy's gone, we need to just make sure that we continue the narrative that this guy was the worst president in American history, and we better never let this guy somehow squeak himself out some kind of a silver lining in history, because he's a piece of trash. He's an utter piece of trash. And all I'm simply stating is 8 days left. He gives his farewell speech yesterday. And did you see he poked himself in the eye again, trying to make himself cry? I mean, what a sociopath, psychopath, sick, twisted asshole Obama is. Remember he did that for the fake Sandy Hook shootings and all this other crap? Remember that? Remember he poked himself right in his eyeball? It was like, my kids, my guns, and pokes himself in the eye. He did it again last night in the farewell speech, looking like a pathetic psycho. Makes me sick. And at the end of it all, what happened to Sasha Obama? I mean, what happened? Did somebody explain that to me? And how creepy was it? Did you see how creepy it was? How Michelle Obama had her meat hooks on Malia, and just like, all right, Malia, you look this way. You smile, girl. You better smile now, or I'm gonna make you pray, and you're gonna pray good. I mean, did y'all see that at the end? If you didn't see it, please go back. And if you have not seen the speech, you don't even have to see it. It's a bunch of garbage. But just look after the speech. When Obama, meets with his tranny, Michelle, and then Malia Obama comes up, and there's no Sasha anywhere. I don't know. Well, what happened to Sasha? Anyway, they literally, it's just creepy what they do with Malia. And as they're walking off the stage, folks, Malia Obama is like 10 steps ahead of Obama and Michelle, all right? And the reason is because, in my personal opinion, I don't even know if that's their real child. And we've talked about this before. We've talked about it many a times. I don't want to repeat this. You can go on the internet, find out who these people's real parents are. But they happen to be very close acquaintances, of course, with the Obamas. How quaint. But what happened to Sasha Obama? I mean, doesn't Sasha lives matter? Doesn't Sasha's life matter? I mean, they dropped Sasha Obama like the remember the sister from Family Matters, Urkel? Yeah, I know everybody remembers Laura Winslow. What happened to Laura Winslow's sister? Remember that? They conveniently offed that sister like at least almost halfway through the damn whole sitcom series. What happened to the little sister in Urkel? I mean, that's how they dropped Sasha Obama last night. Sasha Obama wasn't even significant. I mean, good God. They dropped her like the sister from Urkel, man. And, I guess I was the only one that noticed. That's another thing. We should have a discussion like on the Mandela effect. If y'all haven't ever heard of the Mandela effect, look into it. Am I the only one that saw that Laura Winslow had a sister in Family Matters? And that sister just magically disappeared? Anyway, that's what happened to Sasha Obama last night, and that's ridiculous. All right? I'm sorry, that's just ridiculous. All right? I'm not joking around. We need proof of life for Sasha Obama now, all right? Oh, somebody's saying that. Oh, rumor is that Sasha had to take a test in her class. So, she had to miss her father's farewell speech, She had to miss her president father's speech because of a test. You're going to believe that crap? Are you serious? You mean to tell me that she had to take a test and that's why she missed her president father's farewell speech? If you believe that, then it's no wonder why you believed Golden Showergate, which we're going to get to here in a little bit. But it's no wonder you liberals believe the nonsense that the Democratic Party and the left is shoved down our throats. And those of us with common sense know what the hell's going on. We can see right through it, for heaven's sake. Good God. 75 times Obama referred to himself. 75 times. And why does he have to refer to himself? I mean, shouldn't his policies speak louder than words? I mean, shouldn't all the yes we can and change speak for itself? Of course it doesn't. And the reason it doesn't, folks, is because Donald Trump's election is a repudiation of the Obama administration. All right? It's a repudiation of the Obama administration. And Obama is trying to convince himself that what he did was the greatest thing of all time. I mean, that's what these leftists do. They never want to take responsibility for their faults. I mean, take a look at leftist history, whether it's communism, socialism, or petty bourgeoisie, socialism, whatever it is. Whenever they get it wrong, they never admit it. They put it on somebody else. It's the classic bureaucratic excuse. Oh, it wasn't my fault. It was their fault. It was that fault. No, it was society's fault. I mean, Obama tried to blame the fact that the reason Obamacare is going to be repealed and replaced, and the reason that most Americans are unhappy with it, is because of Bernie Sanders. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, that's why I'm saying there's not even loyalty amongst the left, all right? I mean, Obama he just threw Bernie under the bus, just like Hillary threw Bernie under the bus, and that says a lot about Bernie, and that says a lot about the folks that supported this man so staunchly. I mean, look at how he was able to just take your dreams and your aspirations and your ambitions and your political romanticism and crumple it up and wipe his derriere with it. And on top of that, you would think, since he sold all you burn victims out, you would think that he would have gotten himself at least a little bit more respect in the Democratic Party. I mean, look at everybody disrespecting Bernie. I mean, look at Hillary Clinton, how they were disrespecting Bernie. Take a look at Obama disrespecting Bernie. He's blaming Bernie Sanders for the discontent of Obamacare, this egomaniac. So that's why I'm saying, man, I mean, people need to realize, especially you burn victims, All right? You need to get out of la-la land. You need to get your head out of the clouds and realize that you know who really sold you out, burn victims? Bernie himself. Bernie himself. Now, I'm not trying to harp on this. This is old news. But this just goes to show you, folks, how easy it is to manipulate a group of people. Bernie Sanders is a perfect example of how people can be so easily manipulated through political romanticism and optimistic banter. I mean, hell, so is Barack Obama. So it's time to do some self-reflecting for all you folks that were burn victims, for all you folks that voted for Barack Obama. It's time to do some self-reflecting and understand what it is that makes you such a goofed, manipulative little idiot for you to fall for such ridiculous rhetoric. And listen, if you're taking offense to this, you should, because that's what you are if you were a burn victim or voted for Obama. You are a goofy, dumb, manipulative, or a falls for manipulation, gullible moron. And speaking of which, folks, Bernie Sanders had just put out his book, and thanks to one of the members of the Capitalist Army here in the inner circle, they were at a bookstore. They've already got it on sale, folks. So I'm glad that at least the burn victims are starting to realize that no, Bernie, all right, we're not going to pay for your fourth house, Bernie, all right. But with all due respect, you burn victims, you need to do some soul searching. You people that voted for Obama and now know that you've been had and hoodwinked, you need to do some soul searching. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what is it within inside of me? What is it that I'm lacking that enables me to fall for such rhetorical nonsense? Why am I so gullible? I mean, really, you've got to ask yourself this and stop pretending that this just didn't happen, because that's what happened to the folks that were all staunch for Barack Obama. I remember these twats. I remember these idiots in 2008. I mean, I remember they were, oh, Barack Obama, let me tell you, if you vote for him, it's going to be so great. Europe is going to be great. The world's going to be great. Everybody's going to be great. There's going to be no more racism. He's going to bring everybody together. He's going to, I mean, all this crap. All this crap. I mean, in masses. I mean, massive amounts of people said this. And then after 4 years, he didn't really do a goddamn thing. People started, kind of shutting their mouths. They weren't as vocal about Barack Obama. 8 years later, the only people that are backing this guy up are cult of personality. I mean, that's it. Because, I mean, anybody with any kind of common sense has to realize, especially if you're black, you took the brunt end of this man being president. This man didn't help you. He hurt you. But once again, much like the burn victims, much like the folks that voted for Obama, you don't want to self-reflect. You don't want to think that you were a gullible, goofed, bamboozled moron. And you see, the first step is to admit it, all right? That's just the first step. Just admit, hey, I'm a gullible idiot, and I can't believe these morons goofed me. And once you admit it, you need to go inside that little noggin of yours. You need to spark some synapses in that simplistic little head of yours and ask yourself what exactly it was that made you believe a completely compulsive, lying piece of socialist trash. I'm serious. Anyway, folks, once again, Barack Obama has his little speech, little farewell speech, pokes himself in the eye, sheds some tears like we care. But I have to say this, Obama, you are the worst president in American history. You're a piece of anti-American trash. And let me tell you something, I hope that Donald Trump pursues charges against you for treason, for war crimes, for that fraudulent freaking birth certificate, and for outright crimes and misdemeanors during your goddamn presidency, you power-hungry, disgusting, filthy, anti-American piece of trash. 8 days left. Good riddance, you dumb piece of garbage. Don't let the door hit your ass on your mulatto way out. son of a bitch. I'm serious. I'm tired of this guy. I'm so tired of this guy. I'm so tired of this guy. Get this guy out of the White House. Get him out. Do you about it? Get him out of the damn White House. Get Obama's power bottom ass out of the White House. I'm sure they're going to have to fumigate the White House for about 2 to 3 weeks. It probably smells like butt crap. I'm not joking. Jesus Christ, man. I bet you go up in the damn White House, you take a couple of whiffs, and oh, God damn it, it smells like a goddamn San Francisco bathhouse, for Christ's sake. Oh, God, give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. Listen, look, I know I'm going overboard here. I know I should be calming my ass down, but listen, I want him out of here. I want Obama gone. Black mark in American history, most anti-American president in the world. I'm tired of him. I don't ever want to talk about him. I don't ever want to see him. And, you know, I'm glad that there were protesters at his farewell speech. Did y'all hear that? There were protesters in his farewell speech. He tried to talk over them. Then you had all these stupid, dumb cult of personality morons in the audience. 4 more years. 4 more years, dude. 4 more years. 4 more years, dude. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I just retweeted the book of Bernie Sanders. It's 20% off now. It's just barely came out. Nobody wants it. Anyway, with that being said, let me go ahead and get to Twitter shout-outs for all you folks that actually want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. All you've got to do is go to my Twitter account, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the tweet that states, True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live, and when you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs there, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who do we got here? We got the Green Leader in the place. What's going on with the Green Leader? We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name, for Christ's sake, NRJ Commando in the house. We've got Flooded DC Rainmaker. What the hell does that mean? We've got Godzilla in the place. Canadian Palladian. What the hell does that mean? The Annan Wizard in the house. Happy 9th episode. It's my 9th year, baby, all right? It's my 9th year on the air, baby. You understand? 9 years in my internet broadcasting career. I'm telling you this right now. Mark my words. They are going to give me the golden microphone when I retire from internet broadcasting. I will get the golden microphone. I will get it. It will be mine.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
We've got CDI Fan 237 in the house. We've got Bowtie 424 in the place. What's going on? Scarlet Moon, 1,500 hours of comedy in the house. I wouldn't call it all comedy, man. I mean, it's just a serious business here. We got Corn Blaster in the house. In her circle? Oh, you son of a... You sick pervert! In her circle, shut up! Jesus Christ, you guys are a bunch of sick, twisted perverts. No wonder nobody wants to come here and give me a damn interview, man. No wonder. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. In her circle. I got your mother in her circle. I'll tell you that right damn now. And I'm leasing her out to a couple of other families, boy. Son of a bitch. Anyway, we got the Brony Network in the house. We got the blasphemous bastard in the place. BuzzFeed got gawked. Yeah, no kidding, they got gawked. We got the MySpace Mexican in the place. What is it? Petrosky? What's going on at Petrosky? We got Chris S. Who else do we have here, for Christ? We got Distilling Capitalist. Bitcoin Brothers. What the hell does that mean? We got Ghost Kruger. Dorito Burrito in the house. Who else do we have here? We got RIP CNN 11117. You're damn right. Did you see Donald Trump bitch slap CNN right in that press conference, and rightfully so? And not to mention, I hear that Trump's trying to revoke their press credentials so that they don't have any access to the president anymore. Get out of here, CNN. Get them out. Goddamn communist news network pieces of trash. Get them out. Anyway, we've got Smiler in the place. What's going on? We've got Stevie Ray Cyrus. Shut up, you stupid moron. Golden Showers for Ghost. Just shut up with that crap, right? Shut up. Jesus. 9 years of power topping. You son of a bitch. Shut up, you sick pervert! Man, stop being a bunch of sick perverts, man. Seriously, man. Stop being a bunch of sick-ass, twisted, Leslie Jones eating, Lena Dunham licking, Greg Louganis anus sniffing perverts, all right? Stop it. Stop it now. Just stop it. Man, I'm telling you, man. Give me the money. God damn, man. Enough of this garbage. Enough of this garbage. Anyway, we got Smooth Capitalist. I'm not going to say that disgusting name, for Christ. You guys are sick. We got Dr. Bristle, Metal Capitalist, in the house. Who else do we have here? We got the Pudding Boy. Who the Pudding Boy? Good God, for Christ's sake. Trump's yellow smile. Just shut up with that. It was fake. It was fake. How about I stomp a mud hole in your ass, to kick it dry, and then take a dirty yellow bubbly piss in it so you can look back at me with a yellow smile about it? You sorry sack of cuckold connoisseur crap. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, I'm not even joking around about ending this freaking broadcast early. I'm not even joking around. Give me the mic. I'm not even joking around. I'll end this freaking broadcast early, man. I don't care if it is the TCR birthday. I don't give a crap. I mean, look at how you're treating me up in here. You're not even giving me any kind of respect. Not that you ever do, for Christ's sake. You don't give me any kind of goddamn respect, all right? And I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate you, stupid, cruel terrorist, and your damn cyber vermin out here besmirching me, man. I mean, I've been on air for 9 years. Son of a bitch. And look at this, trickle-down economics. Yeah, real funny, asshole. All right, yeah, real funny. It was fake. Look, I'm serious. I'm gonna cut these goddamn Twitter shout-outs short if you all keep doing this garbage. I'm not even messing around. I'm not messing around. Son of a bitch. Anyway, we've got lawsuit for cuckfeed. Yeah, no kidding. That BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed is BS. Yeah, and we know it. Jesus, a true fake news radio. You shove it up your ass. I got your fake news right here, you milky liquor. All right? We got 727. We got the peasant in the place, modern peasant. And there, look, there's the whore master. That's great. Oh, yes, I am the whore master. We got Exara Hawks in the place. I'm only going to take a couple of more of these for Christ's sake, man. I mean, give me a break. Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on with Sergeant Yoda? Good God. The Wall Street Trucker. We got Sneak Man. Who else do we have here? We've got, I'm not going to say that name for Christ's sake. Capitalist R. Kelly. What the hell is this about, R. Kelly? Oh, I get it. You sorry second. I get it, you sick pervert. I get what you did there because R. Kelly allegedly pissed on something. I get it, you sick twats. I'm telling you, you guys are a bunch of perverted, pud-pulling, squirrel-fisting, dog-farting fetish freaks out there. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. Capitalist arcade. Give me the... Yeah, shut up. Anyway, we're now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Jesus Christ. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call I mean, I don't know what you want me to say after that crap, man. Look, the report is fake. It was contrived on 4chan. It was contrived on Poll. We're going to talk about it in a few minutes. So shove it up your ass if you're going to continue to perpetuate the narrative of the mainstream media, you stupid little turd. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please add to your favorites or bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every one of my episodes is time dated and stamped out there for the past 9 years, folks. For the past 9 years, all my episodes are time dated and stamped right at that particular address. So whenever you're bored, you want to kick back and listen to some historical broadcasts from yours truly, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, and I'm moving on here. We got Remington in the house. We got Bash TCA in the place. Good God, I'm telling you, you guys, I'm not joking around. You keep this up, I'm getting the hell out of here. All right? I mean, you guys are burning me out here, to say the least. All right? You're burning me out! Anyway, we got Snow White in the house. What's going on with Snow White? Want to say what's going on to Tom out there. Mark Montag, what's going on? We've got, I'm not going to say that for Christ's sake. Supa in the place. Poll played Cleveland. So Poll is in charge of this whole Cleveland nonsense, huh? Yeah, right. Hey, listen, as a matter of fact, folks, I have an announcement to make. That reminds me, okay? We have been contacted by the Jill Stein people, and they have actually put up the money to have a recount of the Best Chat Room Ghosties 2016. It's happening, folks. We're having a recount. We're having a recount of what the Best Chat Room Ghosties 2016 paid for by Jill Stein. I don't know how Poll was able to pull that off. I don't know. Maybe they have some nudie pictures of Jill Stein. She's paying the $500,000 it takes for me to recount the votes. So we shall see what happens with that. So Poll, enough with trying to dox me, all right? You can thank Jill Stein All right, you can thank Jill Stein for paying for the recount. So we shall go into the recount, and in the coming days we shall find out if the validity of the Ghosties Awards is valid, or if there was any kind of meddling by any kind of outside parties. We shall see, folks. We shall see. Anyway, we got Supa in the place. Capitalist Kush in the house. Going on to Capitalist Kush. We got Cadence Gamer. Whatever the hell that means. We got Ramu. How about Ryu? How about Ryu? Are you okay? Are you okay? Tiger upper cunt. Who else do we have here? We've got Don't Make It 10 Years. Shut up, you idiot. You're still listening, aren't you, huh? You think you hate me, but you're still listening. Keep giving me your energy. I like it. Woo! Keep giving me your energy, boy. All right, keep giving me that energy. Who else do we have here? All right, I'm going to take a couple more of these. We got to move on with the broadcast. I'm going to open up the phone lines. We're going to talk a little bit about fake news. We're going to talk about Golden Showergate. I mean, how desensitized is the media trying to make the American people? All right? Give me a freaking break. Anyway, we've got 9 year of number 9s. Shut up with that! Shut up! 9 years of number. What the hell is that crap? Oh my God! You know what? I'm done with this crap. Y'all are gonna go down that stupid taking order nonsense, and I want 2 number 9s, a number 9 lords, a double tick with chip. Blah, blah, blah. Then shut up. Shut up! I mean, I'm not doing Twitter shout-outs anymore. Give me the mic. I'm not doing Twitter shout-outs anymore if that's the way you're going to do it, all right? We got 2-ton tuna, all right? I'll say what's up to 2-ton tuna and Squid Girl because they're in the inner circle, all right? Everybody else go piss off. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, where the hell was I anyway, engineer? Jesus Christ. All right, well, we're talking a little bit about 8 days left of Obama. We were talking about his joke of a farewell speech and how he referred to himself 75 times, and the reason that he gave himself such a grandeured speech was to try to solidify whatever pissing, no pun intended, legacy he still has left. And I can't wait till this idiot is no longer president. I cannot wait. God damn it. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the crux of the matter and the crux of the program that I want to discuss here. I want to discuss a story that broke out right after the broadcast here. And this story was an alleged Russian intelligence document or documents that allegedly showed that Donald Trump paid prostitutes to, for a lack of a better term, tinkle on him in a Ritz-Carlton in Moscow. All right. Now, you could take with it what you wish. But yeah, doing number 1 on Donald Trump in a Ritz-Carlton Moscow hotel. And ironically, according to the report, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama slept in the same bed. They slept in the same bed. And, you know, when I heard this, I was like, could anybody really believe this? But according to the reports, folks, and let me tell you the inside baseball, this was contrived on poll in 4chan. They created a fake document that was allegedly a part of the Russian intelligence agency. I mean, they didn't even get the protocol on how to construct the document right. But what was really, really of the 4chaners that did this, and the people on Poll especially. I mean, you know, it's really Poll that's doing all this, really this damage out here. They took pictures of a printed document and then sent those pictures of the document to a reporter by the name of Wilson. We'll just put it at that, even though he's claiming that he didn't get the documents, but there's a lot of documented evidence, at least digital documented evidence, showing otherwise. And according to reports, Rick Wilson got this Russian document and sent it to not only the CIA, but to Donald Trump's enemies on Capitol Hill, John McCain and Lindsey Graham. Now, John McCain, believe it or not, actually sent these documents to the FBI, believing that they were real, hoping that it would get Trump in trouble to some capacity to make his campaign and his presidency illegitimate, okay? And, of course, the FBI, being on the side of Trump, truth be told, with the exception of the upper echelon like Comey and his lackeys, the FBI knew right away that it was bogus. But when Wilson sent it to the CIA validated this document, which was completely bogus and created by trolls on 4chan, in Poll specifically. They actually not only believed this document, but made it a part of their own intelligence report, and sent it to the media. Now, how do we know they sent it to the media, folks? Because take a look at all the leftist mainstreamers out there that received these documents. And this underscores things that I've been saying for a long time, that the CIA has many operatives within the mainstream media, and how this information, which was contrived on Poll on 4chan, go from a troll to an actual legitimate document within the CIA intelligence report and then disseminated into the media, shows a direct collusion with the CIA, the media, and other obvious elements within within Capitol Hill itself, that is colluding against Trump. And we can include John McCain in this, because John McCain did forward this document that was the 4chan troll, the Golden Showers documents, forwarded this to the FBI, hoping that the FBI could do something about it. I mean, he was adamant on the FBI potentially, if not arresting Trump, filing charges against Trump because of this. I mean, that just goes to show you how eager these people were to take this man down, not even to validate the claims of these documents. Now, the reason this was done, folks, and let me give you inside baseball, the reason this was done is because this fake news narrative that is being constructed by the mainstream media to invalidate internet independent media sources has gone way overboard. Way overboard to the point where these dumbasses, talking heads, these morons in the mainstream media think they are a super authority over information and that they are the gatekeepers of that information, which is completely ridiculous. And in this fake news narrative that they've tried to shape for the past month as it pertains to the alternative internet media, they have been trying to put themselves on a pedestal as if they are the honest faces of information, as if every goddamn news report that CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, all these mainstream media outlets disseminate is actual factual information and not opinion, not necessarily something contrived out of the mind of somebody who has a political agenda. No. These people think that they are the supra-authority of information and that they should be the overlords of fake news. Now, what Poll did, folks, is prove that what is fake news actually. It created a whole new debate on how easy it is to not just manipulate the mainstream media. Folks, this was a psyop against the CIA. And not only did Poll, almost slipped up there. Did Poll did Poll manipulate the mainstream media into covering this particular document as legitimate? But it manipulated the CIA. I mean, a mass psyop against the CIA. I mean, this just goes to show you that meme magic, the smart hackers, the hacker known as 4chan, the infamous hacker known as 4chan, is smarter than the CIA? I mean, how can we legitimately say the CIA is telling us any form of truth when they themselves got manipulated by a document that was formulated on 4chan? And let me explain one more thing, folks. The alleged prostitution golden shower Trump scenario was written in November in one of these sick, perverted fan fictions that, a lot of people like to write about me and my show. These sick, disgusting, perverted fan fictions. This was a fan fiction written about Donald Trump getting a golden shower from a prostitute in the Ritz-Carlton in Moscow. And, of course, the secrets, the intelligence agency in Moscow had a camera in there and had all this crap. All of this was a fan fiction that was put into a fake document that was posed as a Russian intelligence document that was disseminated to Wilson, who disseminated it to people on Capitol Hill, who disseminated it to the CIA, which manipulated every one of those levels of supposed authority. So what I have to say is that Donald Trump, you need to start looking over here, on the troll side, on our side, to reestablish psychological operations for America and reestablish the intelligence community as it pertains to the incompetence of the CIA. And let me tell you, I'm sure the CIA is listening to me right now, not appreciating this, but hey, it was you guys that fell for this nonsense, man. I mean, how can you come back from this? How can you come back from this? I mean, a couple of kids on 4chan that literally wrote up a document that looked nothing like an intelligence document. Even WikiLeaks put out a tweet stating that this looks nothing like an intelligence document. What the hell is this? They were laughing at it. They were laughing at it. But you see, this document, which was rather clever, because what it wasn't actual documents. It was pictures of documents, and that, that really couldn't be validated. But these idiots believed it. So what is fake news now, right? I mean, what we have done as far as the troll community out here, and more specifically Poll, we have now reshaped the fake news narrative and turned it against the mainstream media. We have now turned it against them. And now they don't know what the hell to do. They don't know what the hell to say. And on top of the mainstream media being implicated in disseminating this fake news, the CIA fell for it, man. I mean, what does that say for the CIA? Honestly, what the hell does that say? What the hell does that say? Hey, CIA, you got out-psyoped by kids on Poll. You got out-psyoped by kids on Poll, for Christ's sake. And same with you, John McCain. Same with you, because aren't you supposed to be getting these intelligence briefings, you old decrepit piece of treasonous trash? Aren't you supposed to be getting these high-level briefings that's supposed to be leading you in the direction of a Russian hacking or a Russian meddling or whatever the hell you're trying to say there, John McCain? And then you take this report that was obviously given to you by somebody, whether that was Wilson, whether that was the CIA, who knows? But you decided, John McCain, you stupid, treasonous, disgusting, pathetic, should-be-in-jail bastard, You decided that you were going to go and give it to the FBI in an attempt to try to delegitimize the election and the inauguration of Donald Trump. You son of a bitch. You goddamn stupid, treasonous son of a bitch. And let me tell you, folks, I don't understand why the internet and folks that are in the alternative media are not harping on the fact that there is an uncovered recording showing that John McCain did pro-Viet Cong propaganda that was broadcasted over the airwaves of North Vietnam, which is a treasonous act. It's a treasonous act, and this old scumbag has the audacity to sit here and pass judgment on anybody being for anyone else other than America, anyone being an enemy of the state. He needs to look at his dumb ass in the mirror. And I'm calling you out, John McCain, you old bastard. I've always not liked your ass. As a matter of fact, now that this goddamn Tokyo Rose recording came out about your old piece of crap ass, I hate you. I hate you, John McCain, because you are an enemy of the state. There were people in Vietnam, you dumb asshole, that were in there, in prison, tortured, and didn't say a goddamn thing. And here you are, you stupid little snot-nosed military brat twat who has a father and a grandfather that were major admirals at the time. You have carte blanche to sit here and sell out and make propaganda for the enemy? And who the hell knows what you sold out? Who the hell knows what secrets you gave away? And then you've got the people of Arizona. With all due respect, Arizona, you could tell you're a nuclear waste dump out there. And if you are from there and you're a part of the capitalist army, you're part of the inner circle, my apologies. But you could tell that, the nuclear debris and the nuclear waste is getting to the brains of people in Arizona, because why they elected this treasonous piece of trash all these years is beyond me, and I think people in Arizona need to get their goddamn heads examined. I mean, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to continue to say this. John McCain committed treason! He's a traitor! Don't you get that? John McCain is a traitor! How this guy has the authority and the ability to call trials and hearings about anything related to espionage, related to hacking, related to anything against the state, when this guy committed treason against America. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding around. I mean, this man deserves to be in prison. As a matter of fact,
calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
I think we should start, since John McCain is good at ignoring things on the internet, maybe we should go and tweet his daughter, Meghan McCain, since she wants to be a journalist and wants to be somebody in the spotlight on the back of her father and her mother. Because lest we forget, folks, John McCain, he likes to marry rich women, and, that's what he's been getting off on at this point in time. I mean, he married some beer heiress. I think, was it the Coors beer? Or I forgot which beer it was. I mean, that's how John McCain is living. He's living off of the back of a woman. And this guy's sitting over here trying to claim he's a capitalist. This guy's trying to claim he's a conservative. He's a piece of trash. He's an opportunist. He cares about nothing but himself. And I'm telling you, John McCain, you're a treasonous bastard. I spit on you. I spit on your memory. I spit on your supposed service. You were an incompetent soldier. And, folks, go back in time and take a look at listen, I'll probably tweet this later, but John McCain was responsible for literally being an incompetent imbecile and causing a battleship to catch fire. Okay? I mean, that just goes to show you how incompetent this piece of garbage really was as he was in the military. He was an incompetent asshole. And I'm telling you, I do not respect this man. This man was captured and sold people out. There's people that were jailed with this man that can attest to that said this man was out here getting special treatment. They called him the Prince. They call him the Prince. That's what they called him in jail. Ask the freaking people that served with them in jail. Ask the people that were jailed with him at the Hanoi Hilton. The Viet Cong called him the Prince. I'm telling you, folks, why this isn't a bigger story, I have no goddamn idea. Goddamn John McCain, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. You're a traitor. You're a goddamn disgusting traitor. Stolen valor, asshole. You're a traitor, you disgusting son of a bitch, and you should be in prison. You should be in prison. You should be stripped of any kind of legacy that you're going to leave behind when you're no longer on this earth. You're a goddamn traitor, John McCain. And that's why I'm saying we need to, tweet at Meghan McCain and his daughter there and say, hey, listen, why don't you tell your daddy to come out of his treasonous closet and be a man and stand up for what he did while everybody out there that was in prison with him was being tortured to death. All right, some of them actually dying of dysentery and all kinds of disgusting disease, while this man was being called the Prince by the goddamn Viet Cong. You son of a bitch, John McCain. I spit on you. I spit on your service. I spit on what you've done. I spit on everything about you. You're a piece of trash. You're a traitor. You're a goddamn traitor, and anyone who thinks otherwise is an idiot. And if you have not heard that stupid recording of this man that was just recently found this past September, or this past August, some researcher found this recording in the National Archive mislabeled and found it. So I'm telling you this right now. If you have not heard this man commit treason, all you have to do, go to YouTube, put in John McCain, Tokyo Rose. That's all you got to do. And hear this idiot talk so favorably about the Viet Cong over the airwaves of the North Vietnamese, or the North Vietnam, during a time of war. When all you're supposed to say is your name, rank, and serial number. That's all you're supposed to say, McCain. But you couldn't do that. You had a granddaddy and a daddy that were admirals, and you still couldn't fulfill your job, couldn't you? You incompetent prick. I'm telling you, I spit on you, John McCain. I don't care how long you were captured. I don't care how long you were in there. You're a traitor. You're a goddamn traitor. There were men that were in there that died in there, you sack of crap. It didn't say a goddamn thing. It didn't say a goddamn thing! There were people in there for 8-10 years, didn't say a goddamn thing either. And here you are, making goddamn recordings for the North Vietnamese, and you're what, now a goddamn senator, you piece of trash? I spit on you, John McCain, you treasonous bastard. And listen, I'm sorry I'm going so off keister on John McCain, but take a look at how staunch he is on trying to get Trump out of office and delegitimize his presidency. Look at it. He even took the bait on that document that was contrived on Poll 4chan. That just goes to show you what kind of a vindictive, disgusting piece of establishment bureaucratic trash this soulless moron is. So if for you trolls out there, you want something to agitate tonight, why don't you go and tweet Meghan McCain the goddamn Tokyo Rose video so that maybe, she can finally tell her father that, well, Daddy, I think the Tokyo Rose video is finally getting out, and now everybody knows that you're a treasonous asshole, and you're a phony, you're a fake, you're a piece of trash. You're no war hero. You deserve to every medal being stripped from your stupid service. You're an idiot, and everybody knows it now, Daddy. I'm not even joking around, man. I'm not even joking. Anyway, listen, I didn't mean to get off keister about John McCain, but like I said, this man tried to sent this Golden Showers document that was contrived on 4chan and Poll that BuzzFeed ran with, by the way. BuzzFeed was the one that made it most vocal as it pertains to the spotlight. And let me tell you, BuzzFeed, for them running this story, I hope Donald Trump sues their ass. I hope they sue their ass. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and take some callers here. I want to hear from you. What do you think about Golden Showers Gate? Give me a call right now. 563-999-3791 is the number to call here. It is Golden Showers Gate. And as I stated, before I take calls, not only did Poll fool the mainstream media, they fooled the CIA. They fooled John Turncoat McCain, who's supposed to be debriefed on a daily basis. You're supposed to be getting intelligence reports. So what is fake news? That's what I asked the audience today. What is fake news? I mean, and how can the CIA and the mainstream media and the government define fake news when they fell for fake effing news? I mean, can somebody explain that? I mean, if these are supposed to be the overlords of fake news and they fell for a fan fiction passed off as a Russian intelligence document, how are we supposed to believe these people about anything? How are we supposed to believe the CIA about anything? How are we supposed to believe the mainstream media about anything? How are we supposed to believe the government about anything? Each and every one of these entities have shown that they are the most dishonest, despicable disseminators of fake news on this planet. Both the mainstream media, the Washington bureaucrats, and the CIA itself. Give me a break. Anyway, I want to hear from you folks. Give me a call, 563-999-3791. I want to hear what you have to say about Golden Showers Gate. I mean, not only did Poll fool the mainstream media, they fooled Washington and they fooled the CIA. This is a big-time troll. I mean, this troll goes beyond hacking. That's how hardcore this troll is. And you want to know what I have to say about Poll and everybody else who conducted this operation? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I'm not joking around. Keep doing it, for Christ's sake, so that we can discredit this goddamn mainstream media for the fake, disgusting propaganda mouthpiece that it is. Keep doing it. Keep trolling the media. Keep trolling the media. Because then they are going to have to finally do their jobs. They're going to have to finally investigate. They're going to finally have to check and double check and triple check. They're going to have two sources like they used to have minimum. I mean, remember those old days of journalism? Because Poll did this operation, as I stated, it goes beyond hacking. I mean, this goes into the realm of psychological operations, man. And that's why I'm telling Donald Trump, let me tell you something, Trump. I mean, you need to hire some of these people out here that are a part of the meme wars, that are a part of the internet culture out here. I mean, talk about out-psyoping the CIA. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Out-psyoping the CIA with a fan fiction on freaking 4chan. I'm telling you, the mainstream media is over. And we need to keep on. Don't let the mainstream media bury this story. Keep harping on it. Keep disseminating information. Keep doing whatever it takes so that we can catch them over and over and over, outright lying outright lying and disseminating fake news so we can discredit them and we can take them off the air. Because as I stated, the only way we're going to get rid of the mainstream media, and it's a very radical approach, is Donald Trump, in my opinion, has to nationalize the mainstream media. I mean, just take it away from the conglomerations that control the media. I mean, let's be honest. I think there's 3 or 4 entities that control the majority of the dissemination of mainstream media. And what I think that, and listen, I'm not trying to sound like a commie here, because I think that this is a monopoly situation that we're witnessing in the mainstream media, and I think that justifies Donald Trump in not only nationalizing it, but selling it, reselling it to the public. So we can break these media outlets down into little pieces so that the information or the flow of information is not consolidated to 4 entities that have a vested interest and a interest to make people think a certain way, believe a certain thing, because, I mean, let's be honest. Why do you think that these mainstream media folks, why do you think that they're so favorable to the political establishment? Because, folks, when the political establishment runs for re-election, every time they run for re-election, they've got to buy advertising. That's right. And they get all this money in their campaign contribution accounts, and where do they go? They go to the media to what? Buy advertising. You get it, folks? I mean, it's such a corrupt situation that we have witnessing before our eyes. We need some radical change. And I personally believe that we have an antitrust situation with the media, and Trump is justified in basically taking it over and then reselling it in small pieces to private enterprise so that, we can have a more diversified, legitimate mainstream media instead of whatever the hell this is now. Because what this is now, folks, and this Golden Showers document proves that not only is the media a propaganda wing of the government, but there are operatives, as I've always stated, sporadically sparse throughout the media that are a part of the CIA. And the document from getting to Wilson, to the CIA, to John McCain, to the FBI shows this. Because from what I understand, the document stopped with the FBI when John McCain gave it to the FBI. The FBI didn't send it anywhere, didn't take it anywhere, just investigated the document. The CIA, on the other hand, validated the document and actually put it as a part of its intelligence report and forwarded that document to who the hell knows until it finally got to somebody in the media that would actually publish it. And it was BuzzFeed that took the goddamn bait, and now it looks like they may just get gawked. I'm telling you, they may just get gawked. So as far as I'm concerned, I hope that Donald Trump sues BuzzFeed into oblivion. This was a disgusting, despicable attempt at trying to smear this man at all angles. The CIA, John McCain, liberal media, all were found with their hands in the cookie jar trying to discredit and delegitimize Donald Trump and his presidency. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. I want to hear from you. Let's go ahead and take some callers. I think Trump and Capitalist maybe on the horn has something to say about it. What's going on?
Good evening, everybody. This is the Trump and Capitalist. How are you doing on this fine Wednesday?
How's it going, Trump and man? What do you think about this little Golden Showers Gate situation and your thoughts?
My thoughts about Golden Showers, I mean, I was talking about it last night in one of the chat rooms, or the chat room, I should say, and from when I started reading, I obviously knew it was fake, and there were sections that were actually not published that were actually given to us, and basically the reason why some of these were not published is because if they were published, the whole narrative and the whole Golden Showers narrative would have fallen apart immediately. And with some sections I'm talking about is this. There was one section about how Trump had gotten hentai for Christmas and was watching it in his theater with a bunch of and ran out of theater in Russia with a bunch of prostitutes. There was one section in where Trump had actually, there was there was a claim that there was a video online of Trump having excitement of flushing toilets. It was completely ridiculous. And once I started reading it, it was automatic. I automatically knew it was fake. It was complete nonsense.
So they did leave out.
No
They did leave out certain aspects of the document. They didn't run with the whole document. So you did see the other parts of it.
Yes, I did. It was actually posted in the chat. There were some sections of the document that were not published on BuzzFeed because it would have completely destroyed and completely decimated the whole narrative altogether.
So it basically shows that they made a deliberate effort on top of accepting the documents for face value and running with them. They made a deliberate effort to make it sound more credible, which says and suggests to me that they may have known that this document may have been fake to begin with. So if that's the case, then why did they run with it? Did they run with it because the CIA validated it? I mean, that's the only thing that I can speculate.
Well, here's my speculation. Since Obama is not going to be president anymore and the Democrats do not have control of Congress or the presidency anymore, they're starting to turn toward the media. This is basically, I'm calling this 1984 on every single type of drug. Basically, you're going to start seeing the media start taking the 1984 approach and telling everybody what is real and what is not. That's why you're seeing every sort of alternative media in the site getting labeled as fake news, being shut down. You get the point. And we're going to start seeing words like belly feel, crime think, own life, how own life is illegal, unperson. It's going to be, if Congress doesn't do anything out, and this is a Republican Congress, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So if Congress doesn't do anything, you're going to start seeing 1984 on steroids from the media go into hyperdrive. It's going to be very bad. It's going to be absolutely
unless
terrible.
Donald Trump makes some executive orders, which is a precedent that has been set by this administration, Obama. So, I am not going to be against Donald Trump if he bypasses Congress to fulfill some of the promises that he said he was going to fulfill during his campaign, because this Congress is a joke. And let me tell you, the Republicans should all be ashamed of themselves. I mean, they're already making themselves look like a bunch of incompetent bureaucrats, and they're not even a week and a half into their 115th Congress. What a shame. What an utter shame.
Definite shame. And here's actually an example from someone who just posted in the chat. It says, it's bulletin number 9. According to Russian and it says the following. According to Russian sources, Trump has been conducting video calls with Putin where they discuss their favorite shonen manga, whatever it is, and brag about which waifus they have fabbed to. These calls also include information pertaining to wiring large sums of money from the Kremlin to Trump bank accounts, with the explicit intent of the money was to be used to buy waifu pillows and Pocky. Basically, waifu pillows also meaning body pillows.
Are you kidding me? That was in the report, and BuzzFeed took that out and still ran with the golden showers narrative? I mean, if that is not intent, I don't know what is.
Well, it's actually right in the chat that I'm looking at right now. Somebody just posted it. I want to thank Joe for that. That was left out of the report. There was a 35-page report posted on BuzzFeed. It did not include that, by the way. That did not include it. They took it out to make it look more legitimate. That is the reason why most people are believing this.
Unreal, man. Unreal. Anyway, Trumpet, I'm going to get to some more calls, man. Thank you very much for your insight. You want to give any shout-outs, man?
Shout out to the Inner Circle chat and the Chinese chat as well, and shout out to everybody who is not believing this Golden Showers bullcrap. So thank you very much for having me on, and I will see you in the chat later.
Hey, thank you very much there, Trump and Capitalist. Once again, member of the Capitalist Army, Inner Circle. Appreciate his insight. Once again, folks, there was other documents that were not included in the 35 documents released by BuzzFeed. So this proves intent to smear, to slander, to libel. So I hope that Donald Trump sues their ass. And I tweeted at Donald Trump yesterday, I hope he sues their asses off. Sue their asses off, man, completely. Anyway, I want to hear from you once again. What do you think about this fake news narrative being dumped on the mainstream media's face? I'm loving every minute of it. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say about it? Let's take some more callers here because, man, not only did Poll troll the media, they trolled the CIA. I mean, that's hardcore, man. Hardcore stuff, trolling the CIA. Let's take some more callers here. How about area code 404? You're on the horn. What's going on?
Nothing much, Goat. Oh my. Okay, so I have a little story for you. Here I am at work, and I decided to check my Twitter feed, see if you've made any suggestions for the day. And all of a sudden, I see this little golden showers narrative, and I'm like, what is it? And and then I see these people post a little, like you say, a fan fiction of Trump, and they send it to a guy who took it seriously. Later that day, before I get off, I'm listening to the radio, V103, the black radio, you know, rap music, all the same crap. And the host on it actually, you know, is talking about the Russian narrative, and I think he's also talking about the little congressional hearing that had James Comey and that Clapper guy. I can't exactly remember who the Clapper guy was.
Yeah, the NSA chief, yeah.
Yes. So I believe you're also talking about that and the whole Russian narrative and how all the basically most of the allegations made to Trump they're not real. They're not true. And then he goes on to mention this golden shower gate. And so all I could do is turn around to the radio with a little smile on my face and say, they fell for it. So to the mainstream media, you guys are fucking fools. Excuse my language, ghosts and fellows, but you guys are idiots. How in the world can you guys get trolled? Can you guys actually fall for something from people who probably regularly watch My Little Pony, probably regularly read manga and hentai, probably regularly play Pokemon and the likes of that? How in the world can you get fooled by these guys and these kids when you guys are supposed to be like what? One of the upper echelons of intelligence probably throughout the world? And this is how you guys are acting. It really does make me curious because I kind of want to be devil's advocate and say, okay, how in the world could they have fallen for this? Like, what in the world could they have done? Like, what was in the whole document? I was at work and just got home recently, so I haven't had the chance to physically look at it, unfortunately. But I'm kind of flabbergasted and kind of happy at the same time because now, like it was exactly as you say, we flipped the fake news narrative around on them. This is giving us more fuel to the fire to not trust the mainstream media. And if we can push it around far enough and long enough, then maybe nobody else will either. Or at least we can get more people to our side, even people who not necessarily didn't take Trump seriously, but, you know, who didn't take this are taking this Russian narrative seriously. And also,
no, you're absolutely right, man. And hey, thank you very much for giving us that insight. You personally, you look at this Russian narrative being pushed. You go to work, you're coming home, and you even hear on the radio that they're falling for it. I mean, you're absolutely right, man. How in the hell did not only the media fall for this, but the freaking CIA? You know, the guys that said that there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, the guys that are supposed to be protecting us in the international community, the supposed super spies out here that are supposed to have all this modern technology and that are supposed to be masters of human intelligence. How in the blue hell were they able to be manipulated by a bunch of kids, just like the last caller just said, that may be watchers of My Little Pony, that may be waifu and tohu watching teenagers out here? How in the hell could you be manipulated by this? I mean, I'm starting to believe that maybe the PSYOPs game has passed the CIA by. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, good God. And if it hasn't passed them by, then they're being deliberate at their attempt to try to take down Trump. And if that's the case, then that's a serious problem. I'm telling you, this fake news has exposed a lot. It exposes a lot. I mean, aside from putting the narrative on the head of the mainstream media about fake news, it also exposes how eager these people are, and not to mention how they collude with one another in an attempt to smear or take somebody down. And this is a collusion with them all, folks. All right, the bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., John McCain, Lindsey Graham, the intelligence community, CIA, and the media. And as I stated, folks, there are many media and talking heads and mainstream players in the mainstream media that are CIA agents. Hell, Anderson Cooper is a CIA agent, folks. All right? And it's not a coincidence that this information that was contrived on 4chan and Poll was disseminated to the mainstream media when it went through the CIA first. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, think about that just for a second. I mean, kids on Poll literally out-psyoped CIA. I mean, seriously. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's get back to the phone lines. How about Tom? What's going on to Tom, man? How you doing?
Doing well, Ghost. How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. How are you? What do you think about this exposed fake news narrative being dumped on the head of the mainstream media?
I tell you what, it was a great day for Donald J. Trump. When you look at this, all it's going to do is make people believe the media less. BuzzFeed is going to go the way of Gawker, and CNN will reduce their own relevance. But I want to take kind of a different take on this, which I think you'll agree with, which is to say this is the war of the deep state against the people. And let me give you a piece of evidence for that. As you've said, the CIA has their fingers all throughout the media, and I do agree they're putting different assaults out there, not because of their credibility, but because they're trying to create a narrative. And if you look upon lefty sources, they actually believe this crap. And there's no evidence, but they've never needed evidence to believe anything they thought before. That's the first part of it. But you look at someone like John McCain, and you look at a friend of his like Marco Rubio. Now, one thing we haven't talked about is Rex Tillerson having his confirmation hearing to become Secretary of State. And I had the opportunity to watch a lot of that today. And Rubio was doing every single thing he could to try to get us into a war with Russia. The same thing Hillary was doing, the same thing a lot of the deep state was doing on both sides. And my way of looking at it is the deep state hates peace. They fear peace because they fear that will interfere with all the money they make and their control they have. And I think that that's one of the big things people are missing in this, that, you know, you see the deep state really trying to fight back, and the bureaucrats are trying to take things back because they're afraid the capitalists are succeeding.
No, it's obvious that we're succeeding, and this desperate move shows that they're at the tail's end of what cards they have left on the table. You are absolutely right when you say that the bureaucrats are afraid, and the reason they're afraid is because business as usual is no longer going to be the way of Washington, and that's what is so dangerous for the establishment against, or what's so dangerous for the establishment with the Donald Trump presidency.
Yeah, I think that's 100% the truth, and I think as long as Trump remembers the media will never be his friend, and we keep this up, he has to go directly to the people, like he did during his campaign. We could destroy a lot of things that have caused a lot of problems. I don't want to monopolize your night, so I'm just going to say shout out to the Inner Circle chat, shout out to Jimmy Capitalist, the TC Capitalist, Mark Montag, yourself, the engineer, and of course the lovely Snow White.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
All right. Hey, thank you very much, Tom, and I really appreciate you calling up as always, and you're absolutely right. This is the bureaucrats against the capitalists, because as I suggested, take a look at the cabinet that's being constructed by Donald Trump. It's pure capitalism, baby. Pure capitalism. And take a look at the jobs that are being created before Trump is even in office. Capitalism. I mean, do you understand that the folks that are in power in the administration of Donald Trump want to recreate the capitalist system in America today? And the only way to do so is to increase the employment market. The only way to do so is to produce products in America that are consumed by people in the international community. The only way to do that is to bring down our energy cost by opening up our oil production possibilities. Energy production possibilities. I mean, the only way we're going to do that is if we take the steps necessary to make our country great again, bring down our deficit, put our people back to work, build our infrastructure, bring down our taxes, get away from this whole globalist, bureaucratic, international, institutionalist idea, and we start being the America that we were once again. And I can't wait for that. There's a lot of people trying to stop that. There's a lot of people in Washington today trying to stop that. That's why just because we won the battle by electing Donald Trump doesn't mean we win the war. Politics is a constant battle. Remember, this is a government made for the people and by the people, and this time the people cannot fall asleep at the wheel again. We can't. We got to stay vigilant. We got to stay on track. We got to stay political. And we got to make sure that these people that are in Washington, we hold their feet to the fire. And as I'm stating to you right now, it doesn't matter if you vote Democrat or Republican in this day and age. Look at what happened. You've got the 115th Congress that's dominated by the GOP, and take a look at how they're doing a whole lot of nothing. They're doing a whole lot of nothing under the leadership of dumbass bureaucratic establishment Mitch McConnell in the Senate and incompetent blowhard, much to do about nothing, Paul Ryan in the House. And you see, folks, they do this because they know that the voters are dumb. And as long as they go out and campaign and talk and shake hands and smile and take pictures and hug babies, as long as they make their constituency happy in the pants by going out there and giving speeches and saying a bunch of garbage, that's all that's going to matter. And that's why I am telling each and every one of you folks, we have to start getting political. We have to start from a bottom-up strategy when it comes to taking over both parties. And I'm calling on everybody listening to me. If you want to make a change in this world, then you need to participate in party politics at the very local level, at the most local level possible. And that means go to your local party precinct convention. Go to precinct meetings. Participate in local party get-togethers and gatherings. Volunteer your time to the party in your local community so that you can become an influence in the party. Because remember, you don't just want to donate your time to the party. You want to donate your time so you can gain influence, so people can trust you, so people will want to vote for you at any potential convention of the party, so people can respect you and possibly even get convinced of your political perspective. I mean, this is what we have to do, folks. This is what the leftists did for so long. We have to do it. We got to get political, and we got to get political quick, man. We got to get political very, very fast. Anyway, I think we got Distilling Capitalist on the horn. What's going on?
Hey, man, I just wanted to discuss Pissgate real quick. I honestly think it's a conspiracy from the left. I believe that they have planted this story in Pol, knowing that Pol would run with it. Either that or they've got an actor inside Pol. And, I mean, look, you can call the left what you want, but they're not stupid. They're master manipulators, and I honestly think this is a plant, knowing that it would be discredited at the end, but, you know, there's a certain amount and element within the left that will believe anything possible that is negative about Trump, even if it is proved to be wrong. So I think they're just trying to chip away at him any way they can.
Well, that's a very good analysis, but I just don't think that they would run with this knowing that, well, maybe they are. I mean, you know, maybe you got a good point there, Distilling, because, I mean, if they're going to if they purposely omitted certain pages of documents that were comprised of this collection of documents that were sent, then it goes to show you that there was an intent to deceive. And if there's an intent to deceive, well, then that goes to show slander. So maybe you do have a point there, but let me ask you one last question. What exactly is the purpose? Is the purpose because they know that most people, when they first see, you know, oh, my God, golden showers, Trump, that they're trying to grasp at the mind of the simpletons? Because by doing this, I think they discredited their mainstream media propaganda mouthpiece, and I don't think they're going to be trusted that much longer.
Man, honestly, I think they are aiming at the simpletons. I know they're discrediting their media to the rest of us, but I think something's in the works. I've been keeping an eye on documents and forums and that, and I think something is in the works for the inauguration, and I think this may be a part of that.
Well, that's a good point there, Distilling, and thank you very much for your insight here. I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of weird situations relating to this scenario, one of which the omission of these documents relating to Putin and Trump getting together, raising money for waifu crap. I mean, come on, man. You mean to tell me they read that and didn't put that deliberately and yet put the golden showers thing? I mean, maybe you're onto something there, Distilling. Maybe you're onto something. But I think that they're shooting themselves in the foot because right now they're discrediting themselves. I mean, CNN, BuzzFeed, everybody else who ran with this narrative, I mean, they're never going to be trusted again. I mean, the only people that are going to trust them are their cult of personality idiots. They're hipster morons that wear the glasses, that wear the legging jeans that show anal, camel toe, and all that hipster nonsense. Those are the only people that are going to continue to believe it because us, you understand? Us in the common sense arena, we knew what was going on here. Not to mention if you're a part of the internet. And let me tell you something, folks. If you're listening to this broadcast, all right, you're listening to the underground of the internet because I am the underground. I am the underground, for Christ's sake. That's why as soon as this damn story was put out, we knew it right away what it was. All right? And as a matter of fact, as I stated, Jill Stein is paying for the recount for the Best Chat Room 2016 Ghosties. She put it down. She's putting a recount out there. We're going to conduct that this week and see what happens, all right? Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, folks, all right? Now, I know we've been talking a little bit about this fake news. I'm going to close up on this subject, and I'm going to go on to one last subject, and we're going to go into radio graffiti. But once again, I would like to highlight the fact that the CIA got out-psyoped by kids on 4chan under the section poll. And I'm telling you this right now, everybody has egg on their face. The CIA, the lamestream media, these bureaucrats on Wall Street, they should all be ashamed of themselves. I mean, especially John Turncoat McCain, and I've told you about him. And as a matter of fact, please, if you have not tweeted at Meghan McCain, please do so and send her the goddamn Tokyo Rose video of her treasonous father. And tell her to tell her daddy to talk about it. Don't just hide behind the cameras. Come out and talk about it, you treasonous bastard! Talk about it, John McCain, you suck! Anyway, folks, with that being said, let me go ahead and give my congratulations to Poll, give my congratulations to the troll community. We did it, baby. Who said trolls couldn't manipulate scenarios even worse than an actual hacker, huh? Woo! Oh, man. And let me tell you something. Keep going. Keep trolling that media. Keep sending them fake news, for Christ's sake, man. Discredit the whole lot of them. Make them look so stupid in front of the stupid American people that even the dumb simpletons, even the dumb idiot sheep can't even believe it. You understand that? Anyway, let me go ahead and continue going here. I want to discuss this because this is very concerning. Did you all hear that Mark Zuckerberg, all right, is thinking about running for president? Have you heard about this? Mark Zuckerberg, or Zuckerberg, the guy who stole Facebook, this guy is actually considering running for president in 2020. Now, can somebody explain to me why this wide-eyed lunatic actually believes that he has a shot at being president? And one thing that comes to mind is that he thinks that he can manipulate the entire population by possibly putting his face in everyone's timeline and in everyone's Facebook. And he thinks that repetition could potentially, I don't know, this is what I'm thinking he's thinking, that could potentially win him a presidential election. I mean, because he does technically have in his control a big wing of communication, interpersonal communication. He won't even have to pay for advertising because his organization can literally hit every American right in their timeline, right in their faces, for Christ's sake. Now, the reason that Zuckerberg running for president is legitimate, he had just hired here today an advisor that has helped the past three presidents, the 3 of 4 presidents, enter into the White House. So he is actually hiring advisors. He is actually legitimately considering this. He's hiring political people within political circles. And on top of which, folks, this year, he's actually planning on visiting all 50 states for some reason. Now, why would he do that? And let me explain something. If he does, I call on every protester, every troll, everybody who was banned on Facebook, everybody who was censored to go to any one of these goddamn little get-togethers, rallies, whatever Mark Zuckerberg is going to have, and call this asshole the fascist that he is. And not to mention that, he, sits there and takes down alt-right, takes down pro-Trump pages, takes down anybody who is political on the right-wing perspective that takes down their Facebook pages, and yet will leave murder videos and pornography on there, and sometimes illegal child pornography, teen pornography, leaves it up on there for everybody to see. No big deal. No big deal. So as I'm stating, folks, we cannot even let this be a possibility. I think that we need to cut this off at the past. We cannot allow Zuckerberg in his egomania actually think that he has any kind of appeal with the American people that he can legitimately get himself into the presidency. We need to nip this in the bud now. We need to cut this off in the past because lest we forget, folks, he's got one of the biggest communication arms at his disposal, and lest we forget otherwise also he is a rich bastard. So, in my personal opinion, folks, I think that we need to seriously consider what's going on here as it pertains to Mark Zuckerberg considering a run for 2020. It's very, very serious because we can't allow this idiot to even think that. So if he happens to go to your state and it goes to a venue near you, please, by all means, troll this bastard, please. Troll this over-censoring, blind censoring bastard. Get him out. I mean, they're shadow banning people now. I mean, you can't do nothing on Facebook, man. It's freaking Nazi Germany on Facebook, from what I understand. And it's only going to get worse if this idiot decides to run for president. Just imagine seeing his wide-eyed, googly-eyed face every time you go on your damn Facebook timeline saying, "Hi, I'm Mark Zuckerberg, and I'd like to be your president." I mean, just imagine that, man. Just imagine. And last but not least, do we really want Zuckerberg in charge of the government? I mean, how much power does this lunatic want, man? He's an utter lunatic, and he needs to be exposed as an utter lunatic, all right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. This guy's an idiot. And listen, it can't happen. I mean, look at what he's done to Facebook. Are you listening to me, Internet folks? Look at what he's done to Facebook. He cannot run. He's got to be stopped. We've got to cut him off at the pass. We've got to throw a smear campaign on Zuckerberg, all right? I'm not joking around. We've got to throw an all-out smear campaign on Zuckerberg before these hipsters start thinking, "Oh, you know what? I like Mark Zuckerberg. He could actually come back and beat Trump. We need our own billionaire on the left to compete with Trump. That's what we need." I think Mark Zuckerberg is so great. He knows about minorities because he wears a hoodie. He owns Facebook because I like to give away my own likeness for free so he can sell advertising for it. I like the fact that I give my thoughts and my private feelings and my private interactions and my communications with my family to him so that he can go through at any time through his AI technology and comprise a little file on me. I love it. I'm not joking, folks. All right? I'm not kidding around. We cannot allow Mark Zuckerberg to be anything political. Anything. I mean, we got to do whatever it takes to troll this man to make him understand that we don't like him. All right? I mean, you understand that this is the future of politics. The future of politics is to shove it in the faces of people that we know have no business being in the political arena, shoving it in their faces that we don't want them. So, in my personal opinion, please troll this man if he goes to your state. All right, troll this idiot. All right, I mean, I'm serious. Protest this moron. He is an online fascist, and the way he's running Facebook, just imagine how he would run this goddamn country, for Christ's sake. He cannot be made the poster child of the left. I can already see what they're doing with this guy. They're trying to make him the ultimate hipster. They're trying to make him look like, "Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. He's got an Asian wife. How cultured of that man. How cultured of him. He's a true liberal. Look at him. He's wearing a hoodie. Oh, look at him. Shut up, man." And then that scam that he puts that, he donated the majority of his wealth to a charity. It was his own charity. That's what people don't understand. He's donating all his money to his own charity so he doesn't have to pay taxes on it, you morons. I mean, that's what Warren Buffett has done. That's what Bill Gates has done. I mean, you understand that, right? I mean, they go out and they're like, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to donate all my billions to charity." And they make a big to-do about it. They make sure that the media gets on it, that, "Oh, look, Mark Zuckerberg and Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they're donating their billions to charity. Look at them. They're so great. They're so liberal." Meanwhile, they're donating their own money to their own nonprofits so that they don't have to pay taxes. But I guarantee you, the nonprofits that are in their name that they donated their money to, I guarantee you it's paying for their Learjets. I guarantee you it's paying for their meals. I guarantee you it's paying them a salary. I mean, you understand this, right? I mean, this is all a scam. This is why you have to be a capitalist to know these things. You got to know what these people are doing. You can't fall for what face value is. You got to read into what the true motive of everybody is, and a capitalist knows. I mean, when you hear a billionaire, "I'm going to give all my money to charity, and that's going to make me look so great." Look at what damn charity they're putting it into. They're putting it in their own damn charity so they don't have to pay any taxes. You understand? Charities pay no taxes. And another scam that these damn idiots like to do is, on top of putting all their billions in a nonprofit organization, this nonprofit organization has galas. Galas, really expensive cocktail dress galas, very expensive dinners. And these other billionaires that have nonprofit organizations like Buffett and Gates, they attend galas like this that are put on by other big-time billionaire bigwig nonprofit organizations. And what do? They basically just give each other money, Like, let's say Mark Zuckerberg holds a gala for his, quote, nonprofit organization that holds the majority of his wealth, all right? And let's say he invites everybody. Let's say he invites Buffett, Trump, or Buffett, Gates, all the bigwigs. Well, Buffett, Gates, they could donate $1 billion to this guy that night. They could donate $500 million to this guy that night. I mean, that's how they're transferring wealth amongst each other without paying taxes. Do you get what I'm saying, folks? The nonprofit organization and charities are a goddamn scam. All right? So whenever you hear these rich businessmen claiming that they're donating all this money to charity, look at what charities they're actually doing it, and you'll find that 9 times out of 10, they're putting it in their own charity. And they're putting it in their own charity so they don't pay taxes. And what these idiot rich dudes do is they hold these big soirees, these big galas, all right? And what they do is they kind of just they circulate this donation money. Oh, look, it's a good gala. I'm going to go ahead and donate, $500 million from my nonprofit to your nonprofit. And it's a circular mess. And that's tax-free, folks. All the donations to a nonprofit is tax-free. So don't believe these scumbags like Zuckerberg and Buffett and Gates when they claim that they're so pious that they donated all their money to charity. They donated it to their own charity so that they don't have to pay taxes and they can use and abuse the administrative costs of the nonprofit. I mean, these people think we're stupid. You know what I mean? These people think we're dumb. I mean, that's what the Clintons are doing, folks, with the Clinton Foundation. I mean, this is a classic scam that's being done that needs to stop. And I hope Donald Trump can stop it. Because that's what all these rich pricks are doing. That's why they're not paying taxes. That's why these guys can sit here like Warren Buffett and Zuckerberg and Bill Gates can sit here. Yeah, we got to up the taxes because I need to pay more taxes. Guys like me need to pay more taxes, even though they're not paying any goddamn taxes. They're not paying any taxes because they're donating their own money to their own freaking nonprofit organization. It's disgusting, folks. It's utterly disgusting. Anyway, folks, listen. The bottom line is that we got to stay vigilant. We got to stay political. We can't stop. We cannot stop. We got to continue to disseminate information to contradict the mainstream media. And I'm telling you, and I will continue to tell you, it doesn't matter how many people are following you on your social media. It doesn't matter how many people are following you on your YouTube account. It doesn't matter how many people are following you on your blog. Even if you've got 10 people, disseminate the information. Contradict what's being said on the damn boob tube. Expose the lies, the slanderous lies that is being sputtered out by these talking heads. We have to do it. You, me, we're the new media. I know I say that all the time, but it's the goddamn truth. It's the truth. So as I stated, folks, you, me, we're the new media, and we've got to continue going full throttle, baby, full goddamn throttle and not stop for anybody. This is our time now. This is the capitalist time. And on January 20th, the capitalist will genuinely take control of state power for the first time, for the first genuine time in at least 100 years. So I'm telling you this right now. I am genuinely excited for Donald Trump's presidency. He's going to lower taxes. He's going to make it a lot more favorable to capitalists for reinvestment. for hiring employees, for expanding your business. The regulations are going to be chopped. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great day, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you got to do is give me a call right now at 563-999-3791. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. All right? And once again, folks, I want to say that I want to thank everybody, first of all, for tuning in with me on a consistent basis. This is the 9-year birthday of TCR Radio, True Conservative, True Capitalist Radio. It's been a long time coming. To be honest with you folks, I'm glad that a lot of you young people have grown up with me. I remember back in 2011, 2012, many of you guys were very immature. A lot of you guys were, trolling and doing a lot of nefarious activities, so on and so forth. And I would like to say that, me personally, I'd like to say that I was a contributing factor, whether it was a major contributing factor or a minor contributing factor, to poll being a point of emphasis on 4chan. Because I remember back when 4chan first found the True Conservative Radio show back in 2009, and you can look at those episodes when they first found yours truly. It was a bunch of B-tards, a bunch of trolls that were very devious, disgusting, a lot of trolls from Europe that thought that they could get away with murder by trolling people from America, that sort of thing. And instead of actually listening to the substance that I was conveying at the time, a lot of these trolls were more concerned about trolling and doing that sort of thing. Well, now, everything that I said back then has come to pass. And now those European trolls that used to troll Americans that thought that they could just do anything and everything and there was going to be no consequence, now they have the strictest rules on the Internet implemented in most, if not all, European countries. And just to think, if some of you Europeans would have maybe just stopped and taken your head out of your troll asses and listened to yours truly back then, you could have probably helped prevent or at least slow down the facilitation of the totalitarian Internet that is comprised in Europe.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And moreover, I do want to say that those that were trolling back then that are now part of the inner circle and that are now serious, these are the individuals that understand that aside from the Twitter shout-outs and maybe some of the comedic bits and the racial humor and the shock radio and the Radio Graffiti, aside from all this, the substance and the information that's being conveyed on this broadcast is very real. And it is a collage, I'd like to call it, of information, of shock value, of racial humor, of interaction of fan bases. I mean, it is a very eclectic radio show that we have constructed. And I want to say, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you all for listening to me, whether you liked me, whether you hated me, whether you wanted to troll me. With you guys listening to me and me coming back this March, we are one of the biggest podcasting entities right now in the podcasting game. And the reason is because even though I was gone for 5 years and doing my own thing and trying to wait out the Obama administration and having a good time in life, I knew that the spirit of True Capitalist Radio and the show and the fans and the characters, they stayed alive, and they stayed alive because yours truly wasn't a stickler about copyright infringement, wasn't a stickler about taking people down on YouTube that were out there posting videos about the broadcast. And that, my friends, is how this show lived on in an internet era in which you could be gone for a month and people could forget about you forever. I mean, the internet, to live on the internet beyond a year after one is no longer relevant is so hard to do, let alone 5 years gone. And the reason is, folks, is each and every one of the fans, people that were out there that appreciated the show, people out there posting videos, people out there listening to videos, people on poll, people in forum posts all across the internets. It is you that kept the show alive, and 9 years. 9 years. So I want to say thank you, and let me tell you something right now. It's about to be a decade next year. 10 years we've been doing this. And let me tell you something, we're going to go for another 30 more, baby. You understand that? Do you understand that? I'm telling you this right now. 9 years, baby. 9 years. Anyway, I do want to say thank you to the Inner Circle first and foremost. You guys are really the serious group within every aspect of the show. Secondly, the Capitalist Army. And thirdly, everybody else who listens, because we have a lot of people who listen to the broadcast that aren't participants in Twitter, that aren't participants in any of the social arenas and any of the chat rooms. They're just listeners. They listen at work, they listen at the office, they listen at home, they listen on their Bluetooth. I want to thank each and every one of you, man. Seriously, 9 years, and we're going to keep going. So anyway, I just had to say that, man, because whether you like me or hate me, keep listening. We have become one of the biggest podcasting entities in the game today. And just because nobody wants to recognize True Capitalist Radio as one of the biggest podcasting entities, it's only because of the eclectic nature of this broadcast. And because the eclectic nature of this broadcast tends to push boundaries and tends to be macabre in its comedy and that sort of thing, that's why we were not necessarily taken serious during the 2011 Shorty Awards. Y'all remember that? Instead of awarding me the Shorty Award, which I won fair and square, they took out the radio category altogether so that they wouldn't even give me the credit of that. And this is a similar situation that's happening today, folks, because let me tell you something. 5 days a week, I have 60 to 65,000 live listeners on a consistent basis on the internet. All right? And that translates into some fairly decent compensation as far as the advertising is concerned. But aside from that, it just goes to show you that podcasting is taking off and that people want true content. People don't want ridiculous garbage that they're subjected to on the boob tube through television programming. And the beautiful part about the internet, folks, is that this is a vast arena of different elements of content. And if you don't find content that appeases you, if you don't find content that you like, well, then you have the power to create it yourself. And that's exactly what this show is about, folks. I have yet to hear anyone do what I can do. And I'm not trying to be bragging. I'm not trying to be an egomaniac. I genuinely know my abilities. I genuinely know that what I'm constructing is something that no one else can replicate. No one else can duplicate. No one else can attempt to try. And there's been many people that have, believe me. Many people have tried to rip me off. Many people have tried to replicate my show, and it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work because, folks, it's not about Radio Graffiti or Twitter shout-outs that makes the show. It's the context for which yours truly conveys information, conveys ideas. And while people, whether they are listening consciously or not, while they're waiting for Twitter shout-outs, while they're waiting for Radio Graffiti, they're constantly listening to the ideas and the things being mentioned by yours truly on a consistent basis. And this is true substance. I mean, I convey ideas that can actually make you money. I convey ideas that actually help you be a better person. And there has been a plethora of people that have taken that knowledge and have made something out of themselves. And the reason I know this for sure is because 98% of them are in the inner circle right now. So anyway, thank you all very much. Let's go ahead to get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast on this 9-year birthday of TCR. Let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti. All right, do we have any Radio Graffiti calls, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti. 9 years right now! All right, who we got here? We got Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
We're not doing that, for Christ's sake. How about 435, Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, this is Fred the Food Boy here. Would you like to come over to BuzzFeed and do this whole Roni stuff? It's going to be fun.
Jesus Christ, I could hear your thought processes as you were speaking. I could hear you thinking. I'm not sure if you could, but I could. Jesus Christ. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. And I'm going to go ahead and play Farter Wave right now. Wait a minute. Wait a Farter Wave? Farter Wave? Get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
I like 2 number 9s. A number 9 large. A number 6 with extra tip. A number 7. 2 number 45s. One with...
Wait a minute, what the hell is that? Is that Stephen Hawking, you son of a... Stephen Hawking, place it in order! You son of a bitch! Hey, screw you, Stephen Hawking! Trying to call up and troll me, for Christ's sake, because I talk about your ass. You're a phony! You hear that, Stephen Hawking? You're a phony! Give me the mic! Hey, Stephen Hawking, have you heard yourself? Huh? Oh, I'm sure you probably haven't heard your voice, but I have. Huh? Hey, engineer, put on Stephen Hawking's real voice. And, folks, this is his real voice. This is supposed to be the smartest man in the world. Here's his real voice with his translator right now. Go ahead and put it on, engineer.
There's a space outside here. I think it's fairly obvious that they'll put Stephen's portrait if he leaves.
Yeah, there it is. That's Stephen Hawking's real voice right there. The smartest man in the world right there, huh? Yeah, and there's his translator. I mean, verbatim, he's saying what Stephen Hawking's saying, don't you think? Give me a break. Screw you, Stephen Hawking, you phony. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ.
A good baby bun, skinny double dip with John McCain.
Oh, Jesus. Is everybody trying to repeat the internet butt stalker? Is that it? Is that the new one now? Jesus Christ. 205 Radio Graffiti.
Number 9 large, number 6 extra dip, number 7 245 one with cheese.
Shut up! I'm telling you, man, I'm going to freaking end this broadcast. If you think I'm joking, try me, man. Try me right now. 443 Radio Graffiti.
This is Truth Fruit Bowl Radio. Truth Fruit Bowl Radio.
Just go ahead and fruit up, right? Let's just go ahead and fruit up. Hey, engineer, you got any fruiting up goddamn music so that the United States government can listen and fruit up or something?
The bad answer would be a fruit bowl. Get him fruity or give him death. Live from his fruity office in San Antonio, Texas.
Chicken eating corn boy, nipple grip, love it, butt plug up, ass looking chicken eating corn boy fruit bowl. And that's what's listening to Truth Fruit Radio. And I can't believe it.
And now he'll take it from here. The fruity fruit bowl they call.
Yeah, you know what? Shut up, all right? Just shut up, all right? Stupid fruity asses. You wish I was fruit bowlish so that, you could take my meat in your can. Well, you know what? Keep dreaming, fruity ass. All right? Keep dreaming! 419 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, how's it going?
How's it going?
Hey, this is your new caller, this is Barney again. Hey, do you remember the last time from when you took a break, Mike, and the engineer took over?
Yeah, you know what? Who cares, you stupid tart? Get this tart out of here, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, what the hell's going on here? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland.
Jesus, an Obama phone. You got an Obama phone because you collect welfare. 937 Radio Graffiti.
I'm Bernie Sanders. I'll tell you what you need, Bernie Sanders, is you need somebody, all right? Somebody, some man to come into your goddamn life and take you out in the back in the woodshed. Oh, yeah, come on over here, take your underwears off. Let me get my belt. Get your freaking belt off. I get my damn belt off. That's
yeah.
What you need, boy.
Huh? You feel the boy? Oh, I know you feel the boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sit on my apple. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You like that apple, huh? I want you to take a bite of my apple. Oh, yeah.
That's what you need, boy.
That's right. I'm Uncle Bernie. Come on. Oh, yeah. Sit on my apple. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you chipped my apple. Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, why are you doing this sick, perverted... Jesus Christ.
I mean, what is this goddamn sick, twisted, perverted crap, man? I mean, are y'all getting stimulated by the golden showers, Russian intelligence report? Is that it? Huh? It's making you feel funny in the pants, fruity asses?
Jesus Christ, give it a Jesus Christ, man. That's sick, man. I don't understand why you people do those trolls. I don't get it, man. But then again, I don't understand why you people like these fanfics and all this other crap. Jesus Christ, man. How about 817 Radio Graffiti?
Blue Waffle Radio Graffiti. You like that? Why don't you capture that on your ass? Yeah!
Fuck yeah, come on, fuck me, come on, fuck that out. Yeah, fuck that out, come on. Oh, fuck, yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Jesus Christ. You perverts, man. You sick-ass perverts.
Why don't you take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that talk, man? Freaking fruit bowls, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, what are you fantasizing about Hershey squirts? Is that it, asshole? Huh? Fantasizing about Hershey squirts up in here, you sick sack of crap. Come here.
I'm telling you, man, this is turning out to be a stupid, fruity-ass Fruit Bowl Wednesday if I've ever seen one in my life, man. I'm telling you right now, it's turning into a fruity-ass Fruit Bowl Wednesday, and, I may end this broadcast early. I'm telling you, I'm not liking this one.
Freaking bet!
Anonymous Radio Graffiti. What the hell was that, for Christ's sake, man? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus. Just shut this crap up, please. Shut it up. 412 Radio Graffiti.
Dear TCR Trolls.
Dear TCR Trolls.
Dear TCR Trolls. Stop with this Cleveland Brown bullshit.
I have had it with these motherfucking calls on this motherfucking show.
Cleveland show ended in 2013, a year after Ghost stopped broadcasting.
The show hasn't been revived since 2013.
It never will be.
And honestly, a majority of the TCR fans never liked the show.
Some of us here grown tired of
hearing the thing.
If you continue playing this clip, all it does is show your lack of originality. Please
stop
playing the Cleveland show music. Roni or not,
Tiny Chat,
Discord, all or Steam,
we all need to stop.
It's time to stop!
Wow, that was a public service announcement from the trolls, for Christ's sake. Stop the Cleveland trolls. It sucks. It's time to stop. Stop the Cleveland trolls. They suck the chrome off of a 57 Chevy bumper. It's time to stop. Son of a bitch. Anonymous Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and
goddamn son of a... Damn it!
Didn't you just hear the public service announcement? We don't want to hear that crap. Nobody wants to hear that effeminate, gay, fat, black man. Do you understand me? Nobody wants to hear an effeminate, gay, fat, black man. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Give me the freaking... Give me the mic! Enough is enough is enough is enough is enough is enough is enough! It's enough! Jesus Christ, man. 805 Radio Graffiti.
Koraskin here, founder of Koraskin's Burger.
Far out.
Stop in for our world famous Koraz Burger or our Lou Farango Burger. Say guys, how is it?
Totally juicy.
Great. All right. Hey, you guys want me to stick around for a bit? No, that's okay. What a bunch of rascals. So, stop by Koraskin's Burgers, right by Celtic's Pizza Shop. See you there.
Man, that's first of all, that's old and that's inappropriate, all right? Leave Koraskin alone, you asshole, all right? All right, leave him alone. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
El Foxo Loco Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be.
What the hell, Foxo? What the hell is that? What's going on? Is El Foxo bringing those Cleveland trolls over here? What the hell is that? Listen, it's time to stop. It's time to stop with the effeminate, gay, fat black man. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. Good God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, baby Bren. Anyway, I have a number 9 large cock, and I want your 15.5 large cock with...
Oh, Jesus. Shut up, you sick freak. Shut up. Ugh. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yes. Emma will have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45, 1 with cheese.
Shut up, you son of a...
Shut up! Shut up! Why don't you all just shut up with this crap already, man? I'm tired of it. 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 I am tired of it. I'm tired of it. Give me the freaking... Give me the mic. I'm tired of it, you dumb asses. I'm tired of it. I cannot explain it. I cannot be any more delicate telling you this. I am tired of it. This is my 9-year anniversary on being on TCR. I'm tired of it. Tired of it, man. I'm just sick of the repetitiveness. It's insanity. It'll drive you insane. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I'm going to answer my phone. Hello?
C-Bro, Donald Trump offered me a job.
Step right up. Poke the freaky little robot man for only $5.
I'll be right there.
Thanks again for stabbing Trump, bro.
No one will care.
And so I found a place where everyone will know my happy black guy face. This is a nigger show.
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? What the hell? You know what? Who knows? Who cares? Who knows? Who cares? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. I'm sitting over here trying to give oral compilation between me and Sam Hyde's fat penis.
Your little fucking nuts are gonna start quaking, buddy.
Here we go. Oh, man, that's rather tasty. Man, that's rather tasty there. Shoot. Oh, man. What's the sperm? Hit your lips. It's so good. Woo! You son of a bitch. Screw Sam Hyde! Damn talentless bastard! Don't say Sam Hyde's name on my show again. He's a talentless bastard, and I don't want to hear his dumbass name on my show. He's not piggybacking anything on my show, all right? Son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Son of a bitch, Sam Hyde.
He can't keep getting away with it. You understand that? He cannot keep getting away with it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
State of Florida and asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. Moving into your neighborhood. You know we're trying our best to be functioning members of society. We're not here to start over.
I don't know what the hell you guys are chanting, for Christ's sake, but go suck an egg. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Jesus, with this stupid song, man. Can you shut it up, please? How about 239 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, they call me the fat goblin. Hey, I'm trying to get off these sweaty boots. Let me get between the fat sweaty toes of yours.
Yeah, well, we can't even understand you because you suck. How about 505 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, just wanted to say a good show today, man, and keep up the good work, man. I've been listening for a long time now, so good job, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I mean, 9 years I've been on this broadcast. Over 1,500 hours of my life. I wish people would have a little bit more appreciation, for Christ's sake. How about 646 Radio Graffiti?
Donald Trump urination. See pics of Donald Trump caught with his pants down. Watching Russian females urinating in a hotel. In many pee poses and situations. On a bed like Obama slapped inches. This, many more photos.
Wait a minute. Is this Stephen Hawking reading a fanfic, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, don't you have, like, fake black holes to be studying? Huh? You stupid, dumb asshole. I mean, I find it ironic, right? Stephen Hawking, supposed to be a genius of the universe, but the least likely candidate to get up on a rocket to see for himself if his theories are actually valid. Take that, Stephen Hawking, take that. You know that you were just sitting there as a piece of big fat human protoplasm. You're not saying shit. Anyway, how about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? This crap again? I mean, what is this crap? What is that crap? Shut that crap off! Jesus Christ. How about 256 Radio Graffiti?
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, 2 number 45s, 1.
Oh, Jesus. That's great. Real funny. I'm sure your mammy's very proud of you, you stupid milky liquor. 831 Radio Graffiti.
Well, the spics stop coming and they don't start coming. Now I got the blacks and the towelheads gunning, selling their drugs to our kids in school, all because of Zionist rule. So much to kill, so many to clean, so come on and just take the black pill. You never win if you don't fight. You can't stay here if you're not white. Hey, now.
All right, we get it. All right, you suck. All right, 419 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, hey, Ghost, how's it going?
How's it going?
Hey, I called like a few minutes earlier, like you totally hung up like you misunderstood what I was trying to say earlier. Could I please explain?
Well, no, we're in Radio Graffiti, ass crack. All right, come on. What are you doing? All right? We're on Radio Graffiti! Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. All right, look, I'm going to start hanging up some of these anonymous numbers because I'm not sitting here putting up with this dumb, stupid song. Just start hanging them up, engineer. Start hanging them all up.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Here, we'll go with one more anonymous. All right, anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
This is Sparta, Radio Graffiti.
This is True Celtic Brony Radio. True Celtic Brony Radio.
Damn it, screw you, Celtic Brony!
The badass of being a doxing piece of shit.
Give him a troll or give him death.
You dumb son of a bitch! Screw you, Celtic Brony! Screw you! And screw my man!
Broadcasting from his parents' basement, and who gives a fuck a stamp.
You brought this on yourself. Remember, you brought this on yourself, Celtic Brony!
And now he'll take it from here. Your host, the asshole who should have never come back, the troll, who ended Ghost Show the first time they called. Celtic Brony.
You know, that's very ironic that you say that, because Celtic Brony didn't actually end the broadcast, you moron. As a matter of fact, a little FYI side note, the guy who really is Celtic Brony actually is in the inner circle. So try to figure that out in your head there, you stupid moron. All right? That just goes to show you how much you actually know about the damn show, you stupid milky liquor. How about Anonymous, Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Oh, yeah, that's great. That's just so great, all right? All right, how about Anonymous, Radio Graffiti?
Hello, Ghost.
How's it going?
Yeah, hey, I'm that 13-year-old, about the whipping thing, and here, I want to show you something.
My name is Glenn Quagmire, and I say KKD. KKD.
No.
All right, we get it. All right, we get it. Oh, and yeah, by the way, Celtic Brony is not in the chat room, all right? I mean, let's not go there, all right? I mean, give me a break, all right? I mean, the reason I left the broadcast, and my wife can attest to this, is because I was taking a lot of heat from a lot of different agencies. I mean, I had different governments, I think, that were following me. I remember one time me and my wife were in a freaking restaurant, and we were, sitting across from a whole bunch of Asian men that were just sitting there, and like four of them, they were just looking right at me. I mean, that's all they did the whole time I was there, looking right at me. I had another weird run-in with somebody who, I don't know if they were messing with this idiot's brain or whatever. I was walking down Austin, Texas with my wife, and this guy, we were walking behind him. This guy turns around, looks at me right in my eyes, and then just says, "Hey, the devil is right behind you. He's about to stab you with a pitchfork." And I was like on the middle of like 5th or 4th Street. I forgot which street I was on, and it was heavily busy. And the guy was screaming his lungs out that, that I was being controlled by demonic spirits and that he could see. I mean, he was just screaming. All right. I mean, I'm not joking around. I had a lot of weird stuff happen to me, and lest we forget, folks, I was doing this podcasting thing back when podcasting wasn't necessarily a big thing. Not to mention social media wasn't a very big thing at the time. I mean, this goes back to 2011, 2012. It wasn't until 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016 is when podcasting, social media, the explosion of YouTube, all this stuff started happening. So anyway, without any further ado, that's why I left the broadcast. It had nothing to do with, any troll terrorist crap. All right? And let's be honest, okay? If by some chance, and listen, there's got to be some record of me not being doxxed. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm willing to accept that when it finally comes about. I don't want to do it because I think it'll ruin the show, and anybody who does it is probably going to be targeted for the rest of their life for ruining something that, probably will never be rekindled again. But if I am doxxed, I mean, I'm willing to accept that situation. And if I am, don't you think that I would I would just go right on YouTube and just go right that direction then? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's the case, if I'm doxxed, I mean, why don't I just go ahead, translate that to YouTube and make $1 million? So I'm just saying, that's not what I want to do. I would have done it a long time ago if I wanted to be an attention whore and do that, but I don't want to do that. I like my broadcast. I know that the individuals that are listening to my broadcast listen for the substance, and of course we got a whole bunch that listen for Radio Graffiti and Twitter shout-outs, but I don't want a bunch of losers that are going to be insignificant nothings listening to me like they do to all those morons on YouTube. You know? I mean, that could care nothing about anything but themselves. So, without any further ado, I just want to say I'm going to end this broadcast here, okay? And the reason I want to do so is because I don't want to end this broadcast like I usually do, getting pissed off, throwing stuff around, because this is my 9-year anniversary of being on the broadcast. And as I stated, folks, the first time I came around and I had to leave, I was doing something that nobody else was doing. As a matter of fact, a lot of the mainstream characters within the right-wing perspective listen to my broadcast avidly. So once again, and moreover, 4chan was trolling my show back in 2009, 2010, before poll was even a concept. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I'd like to think that I was a contributing factor in legitimizing a lot of the trolls on 4chan and making them understand that if you're going to troll for a reason. Troll for a purpose. Be political. Be a part of something. And let me tell you, that's what Poll did. And they're not only just a part of something, they have now trolled the CIA. They have trolled the mainstream media. They have trolled Washington, D.C. That's a long way from B. Remember? B-tards? That's a long way from pools closed due to AIDS. That's a long way from Jesse Slaughter, you know? I can go on and on, okay? That's a long way from all that stuff. And I'd like to say that I was a contributing factor into evolving the kids from 4chan into actually becoming political. All right? So as I stated, folks, that's why I left. I was becoming an influence within the political system during a tenure of Obama's administration that was cracking down on voices that were in opposition to his administration. And moreover, I was talking against a lot of different governments, all right, and basically prognosticating the chain of events in those governments, and a lot of those governments wanted to know how I knew. So that's why I left, and if you want to continue to believe that it's because of some stupid troll, then you're ridiculous. But once again, I am not an attention whore. I love my broadcast. I love what I do. I love that the fact that I have young people, I have the youth listening to my broadcast, and I am shaping their minds to be capitalists, to be self-sufficient individuals that need nobody but other capitalists. And that's why I'm doing this broadcast. It's not for attention whoredom. It's not for anything else other than creating a better society for which I was brought into. And that's what you need to do as an individual. You need to know that when you die, people are going to care. People are going to say, I'm glad he was alive. Had this person not been alive, I wouldn't have been anything. That's what life's about. So I leave you on this 9-year anniversary of TCR letting you know this. I do what I do to spark synapses in the brains of capitalists and to reshape the minds of the youth so that when they grow up and they look back upon their lives, they're going to thank God that they listen to this broadcast because it helped facilitate them being the best capitalists they can be. I love you all. Till tomorrow. Long live capitalism.